What up? What up? What up? What up, man? Man, oh man, your boy, your boy is back. Um, I'm nervous as hell, but look, you got to do what you got to do, man. Listen, um, as you know, since the last time I talked to my YouTube audience, some things has happened, and some things is going down in the association, man. So I got this idea in my head to go live earlier today, and about 20 minutes ago, I decided let's go. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see if my man Big Hawk pull up. We'll see if JB pull up. Rob, um, my man Teray, um, and we got to look in. We got a lot to talk about in the association going on right now. In addition to just the Knicks winning the championship. It's been 9 days. Yes, King's P still got his shirt off. You know what I'm saying? I still got my shirt off. Um, you know, it's crazy, man. I've really been wanting to do the lives. I really have, man. I've really been wanting to do more lives, but yeah, man, just schedule. Just my little one. You know what I'm saying? My little one is making it. Not to blame him. You understand what I'm saying? It is kind of his fault, but it ain't his fault. He's 2 years old. What can I do? I got the schedule. You don't go to bed early enough, and it's really just kind of hard to facilitate it. So look, man, I'm over here in my car. I'm over here in my car doing this. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got to get it done. I got to get it done, man. We're gonna work out some things in the future, man. But I just want to put my 2 cents into everything. A lot of things going down. I've seen a lot of podcasts growing. You know what I mean? It's time I've been asking. I've been still making my rounds on YouTube. I mean, in the TikTok circuit. And that's kind of, like in TikTok, I do a live every so often, and it's so easy to just drop a live. You throw up a prompt and go on the app and just kind of hold fort. So that's kind of where unfortunately, because I really was. I mean, I love doing this show, man, and look, I had an old audience. I had, y'all see me drop my y'all see me drop my community post. You see me jump on with Zay, but I have not done this show in about a good 3 months. Even then, it was a couple pop lives. I did the OKC Knicks game. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to do game. Look, in the future, we will be able to do some things, man. But for now, what up, JB? But for now, I damn sure wanted to speak on the Knicks and what they accomplished. I want Jalen Brunson to get his due. I want the Knicks as a team to get their due. I mean, and I told y'all so, man. I came on after last year. I said Knicks in 25, Knicks in 26. I was on that kind. I wasn't that loud about it, man. But I never wavered in my belief that the Knicks would be there. That they had what it took. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, when I saw again, the Knicks was scary good throughout the season, offensively. The Knicks were consistent defensively. That happened. That wasn't a figment of nobody's imagination. That actually happened. So, like I said, I'm proud of my boys. You know what I'm saying, JB? Proud of them young soldiers. We had a couple of them on the team. Shout out to Julius Randle. The parade was beautiful. It was a very beautiful parade. I know. Because of the social media, you got all of the shenanigans. Look, that shit gonna happen in any gathering. You know what I'm saying? Like
when the Bulls won the title in '92, they doing there burning the city of Chicago down.
Thank you. Bro, LA did the same shit. LA had not necessarily riots, but wild party. I remember them turning over them fucking Geo Sports and shit. They were turning cars over the whole nine. So, it's like, oh my God. Look at New York. Look how they do. They don't know how to act. Nigga, y'all, but all them championships y'all won back in the day. And it wasn't just it wasn't just basketball, football. Anytime they won championships back in the day, it was some rowdy partying going on. So I don't miss me with the Knicks fans don't know how to act nonsense and all that. But it was a beautiful parade. Jalen Brunson is stoic as hell. He done Man, he done shut all his haters up, and he did it in the most classy way. You understand what I'm saying? This man was out there hunting Wembanyama. I mean, what a finals by the whole team. Look, Jalen Brunson wasn't great in every game. He didn't shoot the ball particularly efficient, but he played well. What up, Woodage? What up, Woodage? Yeah, it's been a long time, man. Been too long since I've done a live. You see me with Zay. You see me, you've seen a couple of my little videos and all that. But I have not done a live, and I mean, I just picked tonight. You know what I'm saying? I picked tonight to just go with it. So I'm gonna try to do this on a semi-often basis. I know that's how you have to build up your audience by being consistent. I'm gonna try. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Look, so much going on. You got the NBA draft tomorrow. You know, more than likely the Giannis trade. What I'm hearing is ready to go down. I'm sure they want to do it before the draft because that part of it is that the draft pick is going to probably end of the trade. I'm hearing he's going to Boston. There's rumors of him going to Miami. I'm hearing your Lakers are in the mix for Jalen Duren. I mean, there's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on. You got a generational draft. Go ahead, JB.
No, I just want to say, man, you've been saying it all year, like I said, since last year. Man, I think would help Brunson a little bit is midway during the series, they start playing Alvarado at the point, and Clarkson. That kind of freed up Brunson a little bit to where Harper and Castle couldn't really zone in on Brunson the way they did the first two games, and then by game 4, Brunson he found it, and then when it clicked, man, that was all she wrote. But I want to say congratulations to you, Ro. Big time, man. Congratulations to all Knicks fans, to New York City. And I've always liked the Knicks franchise. I love the history of the 70s and the great 90s team led by Patrick Ewing. And, hey, man, I watched the parade, too. I watched the championship. I watched all that, man.
Yeah, I had to watch it, too. I was talking to Rob that morning. He called me. He like, man, he thought I would be at the parade. I said, man, nah. I had to go down with a family reunion, man. Like once he put it on Thursday, I couldn't. Like it was either wait, and mind you, you would have had to be out there at 6:00 in the morning. You had to be there. That means I'm leaving my house at 4 in the morning to get down there, taking the train, which is something I don't like to do. I don't like to take the subway no more. You know what I mean? Like, and you would have had to deal with a lot. It was a hot day. You know what I mean? I could have brought my ice water. They didn't want you to have no bags. I'm gonna keep a bunch of ice waters with no bag. Like, it was just a lot of shit, man. But the funny part about it is, I forget. When the Yankees had a parade, you talking October, you talking nice cool weather. When the Giants had a parade, you talking February. So you put your coat on. You know what I mean? Like having that in the middle of the summertime when it's blazing hot. You know what I mean? It's different. It's a different feeling. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, well, yeah. I mean, hopefully the next one I will definitely be at. I will try. I mean, I would whatever it needs to be done. But this one was just so beautiful, man. This was so beautiful. The run was generational. Again, the 29-point cup. Like, bro, you couldn't write a better story, bro. You couldn't write a better story. And I know the haters want to talk about the path there, and you got delusional motherfuckers talk about the magnet ball. I mean, come on, man. Give credit where credit is due. For once, give credit where it's due, man.
Yep.
So,
Nah, man,
you know,
only know we got that tip in, man. That's the greatest tip in championship history in the
I
NBA.
mean, man, what a play. What a play. And see, that's just something. This is something. What up, BA? This is something they don't get, man. They don't get it. When it comes to these championships, you either make the plays or you don't. They seen that
Yep.
the NBA fan really believes that Kobe and LeBron and Shaq were destined to win all the years. Magic and Kareem were destined to win all the years. No, no, no.
Nope.
But to win championships, you need championship performers.
Yep.
You need championship performers to make those plays, to play
Yep.
like champions. That's what you
Yep.
need. You feel what I'm saying? You
Yep.
need that. You need champions to be champions. Make the play with a loose ball here, a loose ball there. Herm that was on the channel. We did the debate and everything. He's got on TikTok. He got a debate with a young man who says Curry, and I could contend to this. Curry is better than LeBron, right? Now I can understand where he's coming from because again, like in any debate, I don't have Curry on my all-time list higher than LeBron only because LeBron, the past 12 years, I mean, like he did more before 2014. But JB, think about this. Since 2014, who's done more and who's been the better player?
Huh?
Curry.
Curry done won
Curry.
4.
He's won 2 MVPs. LeBron has won 0. He's won all 4 of his championship rings. LeBron has won 2. One bubble, one, I'll say the 2 finals MVP, right? Oh, but Curry's only won the 1 finals MVP. Da. Listen. Scoring title. I mean, like, to win. Think about this, JB. Think about this. Curry won a championship with Jordan Poole as his second best scorer.
Yep.
His second leading scorer. LeBron do anything like that?
Nope.
Yeah. Oh, this ain't gonna be about LeBron, but this ain't gonna be about LeBron tonight. This is, but I just want people to understand that, right? You can sit there and say Curry won a championship because Jordan Poole. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't believe Wiggins was the second leading scorer. I do believe Jordan Poole for the season and most of the playoff run. I do believe that that's what it was. But that's what I mean. And it's like, okay, so you can say that. You know what I mean? You can say that. Again, it's all about performance. And that's where I was going. Because when I look at it, right, the whole thing about Jerry West is we all know he and the Lakers will have 4 more championships if 4 plays win a certain way. That's how close he was. But that's what you know what I'm saying? You make the plays or you don't. That OG play was a play that was made. Jalen Brunson, Alvarado. This is what is poured into championship performances. It's not just a destiny. And somehow this is what happens. The greats make shit happen. Bill Russell and Kuzi and Havlicek and all these guys, they made their championship act. That's why they were 10-0 in game 7s. They played 10 game 7s in their championship run. And one like is a bunch of, you know what I'm saying? One like they played a bunch of rounds. I guarantee you they probably played no more than 23, 24 rounds in the 11, let's say 20, let's say they played about 27 rounds in the 11 championships.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and mind you, the first round, so really, you're only playing, 24 finals runs or 23 because they lost in the conference finals to Bob Pettit in his second year. And that's what I mean. So basically, half of your series go down to game 7. It wasn't like, and that's the point that Chaz made.
A lot of them series was determined by the last bucket, the last possession.
Yes, and that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. So when you salute Jalen Brunson, he made the shit happen. Wemby felt like he was that, and that's the thing. Let's talk about Wemby. Wemby took a lot of, and again, he's young, right? He's young, he'll learn. It's just like LeBron. He was young when he lost, and a lot of people gave him a pass. And that's fine. I don't have a problem with nobody giving him a pass. But, it only that get out of a free card on 4 more years later, you still hadn't learned. You still hadn't learned it because you had a 2-1 lead on Dirk Nowitzki. You were with D Wade and you were D Wade, you with Chris Bosh. 3 All-Stars to 1. Your complaint was you had 1 All-Star, and you were the only All-Star, and you had to go up against the 4 in Boston, right?
Yep.
So you slandered the thing. Look, end of the day, this is what I mean. This is what I want my audience, the people that listen to me and talk basketball, to know. These championships are not given. They're not. There's no script here, man. There's no script. Again, with the Knicks, you couldn't write a better script than what happened. But part of that, and I said this all year, then when the Knicks get their shit together offensively, they was, bro, the amount of records we set, it's like OG, the biggest rebound, Mitch, and Mitch got that offensive rebound to close it out in Game 5. On Wemby. Same thing, JB, the same thing happened in the in-season tournament finals. Same thing happened.
Yeah.
He got an offensive rebound with Wemby standing there.
I think he had a great series. He played key minutes and hit vital free throws in the first 2. I think that first game 1, they was hacking him to the free throw line. He hit some big free throws.
Things come to fruition, right? I told you, when the Knicks win a championship, it ain't gonna be no one-man thing, right? It was gonna all come down to the ultimate team effort. Didn't I tell you that, JB? We were gonna win it. That's why I put you saw, if you see the thumbnail, you see that iconic picture of the 5. This is from 1970. You had Dick Barnett, Bill Bradley, Willis Reed, David Busher, and Walt Clyde Frazier in that picture. I don't know if that was AI or the Knicks actually did it. I was so crazy. I was doing the live with the stream with Zay the night we won. I was so crazy. I didn't even get a chance to see all of the backstage stuff. But I don't know if they did that or if that was AI. Either way, that fucking picture hit hard. You understand what I'm saying?
Well,
because
this year's Knicks team actually played in the reflection of the 70s Knicks.
Exactly. And and that's what I'm telling you. I told you back in the day when the Knicks win, it ain't going to be about no one guy. It ain't going to be about no super team. Hey, Stephen A. Smith, I know I got 2 viewers watching, right? But Stephen A. Smith, this idea, you telling me that if the Knicks didn't win this year, you was going to call LeBron. First of all, you and LeBron ain't cool like that. But you was going to beg LeBron to come to we do not need LeBron fucking James. Okay? We do not need LeBron. LeBron James would have added absolutely nothing to us. Nothing. So, let's cut down on that shit. Now, I saw a couple of trade proposals that y'all might be in the market for Jalen Duren or something like that. Even B. Stu coming to the Lakers, I've seen. That's another story. Those are the moves. You're going to put guys around Luka, those are the guys. You don't need another superstar. That's why this Giannis sweepstakes, as much as I love Giannis, him going to Boston to play with Jason Tatum, how that going to work? I understand he's a downhill player, and Boston puts a team of shooters around him, but you still got 2 alphas. And who becomes the beta? Who becomes the beta? Because say what you want about Jason Tatum, he is an alpha. He is a guy. He can shoot the 3. But he is not going to be a guy who I think really benefits from Giannis' presence. So the idea that you're going to do that and move on from Bryant, because I'm hearing it's going to be the 27th pick, another first-round pick in 2027. Giannis and Jason Tatum, not Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown and Hugo Gonzalez. So they first round pick from last year, they first round pick from this year. Can they even do that? Oh, and they would have to do 2028. I don't know. Or maybe they have a first round pick that they traded for, so therefore they have the right to trade both picks. If you already trade, matter of fact, no. If you okay, so maybe they have an extra pick that they traded for, so you can trade your pick and a pick, whatever. So, my man, Big Hawk in the building. Hold on. Add him to the stage. What up, bro? Yeah,
What's
man.
good, bro?
What's good, man? Look, I'm trying to, get on here, getting on YouTube a little bit. I just felt it. We had a lot of shit is going on. Too much is going on for me to not do a live, so I'm doing a live. Um, Knicks had a great run, man. I know we ain't talked much about that since. That was a hell of a fucking run. Generational. Generate the highest net rate and the highest plus minus. Shout out to Karl Anthony Towns with the highest net rating in NBA playoff history. Jalen Brunson, the guy who's not 1A, he led the entire playoffs in scoring. I mean, my God.
I
So
think
many.
one thing the Knicks didn't do a lot. Once they got going, they didn't turn the ball over a lot.
Yeah,
They didn't turn the
yeah.
ball over a
Didn't
lot.
turn the ball over a lot, took care of the ball. Really had the number one offense and defense in the playoffs. Yo, Hawk. Man,
What's up, bro?
bro, you know who I'm talking about. And I know we be in these TikTok shits, bro. Man, this idiot inside the coloring book. And Olo. And, man, listen, I'm finna call niggas. I really ain't trying to live off of these idiots, but bruh, when I sat there and I'm in my talking difference live, right? And this dumb motherfucker tells me they didn't use defensive rating in the 90s and 80s. Defensive rating was
Huh?
invented in 2004, right?
That's who?
Says inside the arc. Now,
All
here's
right.
the thing: he's not lying, right? Defensive rating was invented.
No,
The formula was figured out in 2004. But I
right.
asked this man, what does defensive rating measures? Points giving up for 100 possessions. He answers it
Yeah.
right. So I said, okay, so you understand it is defensive points per 100 possessions. So what are you not understanding when we go back and look at the Bulls having the second most? They were second in points per game defense, but they were 11th in actual defensive rating. What part of that don't you understand? Well, they it didn't exist. No, it did exist, you dumb
But
fuck. They
this is what I'm
just
saying.
didn't
So
use it.
you basically, so because somebody didn't put a name to it, you're saying that it wasn't used. That doesn't make sense. That's what I mean.
Basically,
Like, says who?
basically. And I wish Lamont pulled up, but I know he his TikTok lives and everything is on TikTok now, whatever. But bro, I want to tell that nigga to his face, you got these fucking kids dumb. I'm sorry. These are grown men, but they're young men. Except for what's his name? Juan Boy. Juan Boy old as fuck. And Juan Boy got that smoker's mouth, bro. That nigga.
You said
But
smoke is bad.
That nigga,
like,
that nigga
yo,
got 37 chromosomes.
he facts. But like, bro, I'm like, bro, you not understand. Okay, so defensive rating. Even you telling me you like we literally see the defense. You can use defensive rating for any team from the beginning of history because it measures the points get given up for 100 possessions. And I try to tell them, bro, every analytic is just math. Analytics is nothing but math. It's taking things and explaining it by mathematical formula. Defensive rating and offensive rating is one of the easiest things to figure out. You're basically doing it's math. It's not points per game because the reason why they came up with it is to sit there and say, okay, some teams play at a slower pace. If you play at a slower pace, that means you will give up fewer points because you're on defense fewer possessions. These fucking idiots, they didn't get it. I mean, I don't know if they be just being willfully stupid or I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. JB, let me see. JB, if you're up here twice.
No, actually, something happened. I had to sign back in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. Man, I wish T Perfect is up here because he's another one of the four former Goat Kingdom Circus members. And it's just, bro, these guys don't understand. And all of this to slander Michael Jordan. I mean, my God, what don't y'all get? But that's neither here nor there. Like I said, who do you think Giannis going to, Hawk?
What happened now?
So Giannis, the word on the street is Giannis will be moved by tomorrow. They'll probably announce it sometime in the afternoon tomorrow. But yeah, you figure they got to do this ahead of the draft.
I think he going to Boston, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm hearing Boston is imminent, and I don't think that's a good move. To be honest,
because I don't think he wants. He doesn't want to go to the West.
Well, I think he's gonna stay in the Eastern Conference. I think he's gonna do that.
He said that. He said he don't want to go to the West.
It's either Boston or Miami. It's either Boston or Miami for sure.
Yeah, I think he's going to Boston. Both moves. I mean, Boston is a better move than him staying or going to Miami. If he go to Miami, he might as well just stay in Milwaukee.
Facts. Because it's a lateral move. Like, I was looking at it. I mean, it'd be him, Bam, and who else? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's with OG. He was with, what up, boss? What up, boss?
Oh, I just heard
OG
Julius Randle. I just heard Julius Randle got traded to the Brooklyn Nets.
Ooh, that's horrible. That's purgatory.
Well, is there a buyout looming? Will he be able to
I hope so.
Free? Well, see, that's what I'm saying. So a lot of shit gonna go down. A lot of shit going down. I'm hearing Jalen Duren. Your team might be in the mix with Jalen Duren. How you feel about that?
Who, mine?
Yeah.
It depends, man. Are they trying to sign this old motherfucker again, man?
Oh yeah, That's the other thing, right? I mean, whatever happens,
any move that you make
happen after the draft, after the free agency. To be honest,
yeah, like any move that you make sounds it sounds okay, but it can all be negated by whether you want to keep this motherfucker or not.
Look, I know Jalen Duren took it. Like he took it. He took
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, he took a big old hit. He took yeah. But in the playoffs, but him with Luka, that's very, very interesting. 22. I mean, I know. He's already a better defender than Ayton. He's a good isolation, rim protector, good rebounder. Like I think he's gonna need that guy that can bring him along, and Luka might be that guy, and that might be a fit that works for them personally.
We need more 3-and-D high flyers.
Oh yeah, they need that too. But getting this guy at what 23, 22, 23, whatever he is now.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. They just got to get that old motherfucker out of the door.
Beef Stew could be in the mix too. Like y'all might get Beef Stew because it depends. There's gonna be a lot of signing trades. There's gonna be a couple of blockbusters coming down, from what I understand, what I've been seeing. Look, the Knicks got niggas scrambling. I ain't gonna hold you to. My Knicks got them scrambling. They like, okay, if the Knicks can win a chip, but see, this is the thing, man. I've been saying up here. Me and JB been saying this for years. You got to play chess, not checkers. So, like I said, these if you still trying, like, put it this way, I would have liked a team with Jaylen Brown and Giannis more than I would like Jason Tatum and Giannis. I don't think that deal don't make no type of sense, to be honest.
No, not really. Truthfully, no.
The reason why they traded, it was a 3-team trade. Nick Claxton going to the Bulls, and in return, Minnesota's getting 2 first-round picks, third pick and a 28 pick. And by trading Randle, they got $50 million below the first.
Yeah. Okay. Remember, Randle's on a really good contract too. and they could just buy him out. They could buy him out, get even more. I don't know if you could do mind you the search provision is still something that works. You know what I'm saying? So they trying to load up because the Brooklyn Nets will have almost unlimited money. They can get the top dog in free agency based on their cap number, based on the fact that they got to spend. The Lakers will have a good cap number provided they let LeBron walk. You understand what I'm saying? But the question is who was that good in free agency? You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's
So
gonna be a
yeah, it's
pain in
gonna
the
be.
ass.
I ain't going to look. Part of the Knicks' success, and I don't know his name, but I do know that the Knicks have a capologist. Like the capology. If your team ain't playing capology, don't expect to be champions in the next few years because you got to work that cap to the max. Everybody want these super teams. Everybody want these joints, pause. But you got you gotta figure out how that shit works out with the cap because you can go shopping like it's the price is right, but once you get the three niggas you want, and now your salary you already over the cap. Now you got to fill out the rest of the roster with dog shit. One injury, you out you out, you done. You feel me?
And I just wanted to mention this as a Laker fan. I just want to mention this before all this started. The Lakers were so far ahead of the game with young players and cap space. But the key was they owned all the rights to all their draft picks, first round and second round picks. They didn't have nothing to bind them down because they cleared everything out and it was starting over. So when you go down this road and you start leveraging everything out, well, it becomes real tight, like a prune, and you're limited on what you can do. So, like I said, they bring this dude back. Their franchise, man, you may well just say it's been a beautiful ride because they won't be talking about nothing in the 2030s. So they got a big decision to make. But New York, I remember when they was getting on Brunson's back because he took that pay cut. But as I'm saying, he thought he was far ahead of the game. Now they saying, oh man, they need other superstars need to do what Jalen Brunson did. That's why I said they just need to cover the sport to talk about what happened on the court and just leave it at that. But that of course they not gonna do that though.
And
I ain't
everybody want to be a
caught the
fucking.
official joint. I ain't caught the official joint because I ain't. I got to get that joint online. They ain't got them in none of the stores, but I got this one right here. I got this one right here. So I'm definitely. I got a bootleg official championship T-shirt. It's bootleg, but hell, so. Oh man, this shit. This shit feel real good, bro. You don't understand, man. I know y'all understand. Y'all Laker fans, right? Y'all get it. Y'all been through this, but this shit
Yeah,
is euphoria, man. This shit is euphoria, but the 53 year part. I've been a Knicks fan for 30 going 35 years, man. Well, no, longer than that, shit. 37 years. 1989 was the first year I paid attention to Knicks. Before that, everything was Mets. Baseball and Mets. But in 89, that's when 92, I was a diehard. So you're talking 34 years as a diehard fan, 37 years as an overall Knicks fan, man. This is crazy, man. So, yeah, man. I like for the first time I teared up. I teared up when I was all about that post I dropped with a Jamaican guy, the Jamaican, it was the reggae song. And I listened to all the lyrics of that shit, bro. Man, he's like, shout out from Brooklyn, the Jamaica Queens, man. We feel that was a hell of a song he dropped, bro. And he didn't even drop that song after the championship. He dropped that song after we got to the finals. So yeah, man, I'm really feeling what's going on right now, man. I was gonna say something, and I want you, JB, man, come on with your soliloquy, because I'm gonna order food. I'm gonna let you hold it down while I'm ordering my food.
Well, the thing is, man, we've been telling a lot of basketball fans was going to happen to the league, and to see two of my players contribute to a championship. God dang it!
A3. Don't forget Trey
Well, I know
Jemison.
last year Caruso. Oh, well, Trey Jemison too. We're gonna give him some. We're gonna give him a shout out. We're gonna give him some love too.
Man. Listen. Hey, all these cats in practice, Pacome Dottie, like you saw Bridges at the parade rocking the Pacome Dottie ain't. Like it's like, bro, these brothers gave a lot of shit in the practice, man. These brothers sharpen the tools in practice.
Oh
Man,
yeah, I
yo,
mean, no, they play their role. And I
yeah.
and shout out to McCall Bridges because he was did dirty by Phoenix when they brought in
Oh
Kevin
yeah.
Durant. When you a player like that and you part of a total rebuild and you get to a point where Phoenix went to the finals back in 2021. The man he's never missed a game in his whole freaking career. You don't trade a player like that. You do not do that. But
Yeah,
that
yo,
new owner
Hawk.
came in. He wanted to make a big splash. Big
Mm-hmm.
names and stuff. Brought in KD, and I love
Uh-huh.
KD. I
And
love
the
KD,
team went nowhere.
but
The team
went
went
nowhere.
nowhere.
They went nowhere because they let DeAndre Ayton go. They first bad move they really made was letting go of Jay Crowder. I said, damn, that's
Fire
a bad
Monty
move.
Williams.
Then they fired
Fired
Monty
Monty
Williams,
Williams, yup.
and then they traded
Traded
Chris
what's his
Yeah.
name?
Paul.
See,
And
y'all,
then
again, I want people, I know, look, we got 3 viewers, man, but I want people to understand, and trust me, it's going to get better. I know it is, man. But look,
the
I,
league is
I want people to
going through
understand.
the basically with the league. I think in a lot of ways, the league is forcing organization to go back to how teams built their units back in the
Yes,
past.
yes. And
That's
see,
what the
here's the deal,
CBA
right?
is doing. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Here's the deal. You have to get one star, one superstar, and then you have to build the team around that superstar the
Yep.
way they play. People want to do 3, 4, and you got too many mouths to feed in this one basketball. That's
Yep.
not working no more. This is why Boston is going to look crazy. I understand if you get a chance to get a Giannis, you go for like you're putting 2 top. Because I still think Tatum is top 10. I still think he's top 10. And then I know you're basically using Brown, who's arguable top 10, damn sure was top 10 this year. Right? And so you're just jumping up the ladder, but you've already had that chemistry. And what you need to do is actually play a style. Because here's the thing, Jaylen Brown is not a good 3-point shooter. He's a good slasher. Jalen Brunson is a good 3-point shooter and a good mid-range and a guy who you can put the ball in and get a bucket. Again, my man was hunting Wemby. He was hunting the best
Yeah, that's
defender in the game.
David took out Goliath on this one.
Yes. And so you need to understand this is how you get shit done in today's day and age. You don't get shit done by these ill-conceived super teams when you got 3 guys who play the same position. Think about this. Giannis is a power forward, and so is Jason Tatum. That's what he's been playing. So now you're going to move him over to small forward, or you're going to play Jason Tatum at the center. Giannis at the center. So you're going to change niggas' position. Then you're going, you're giving up a couple of shoots. I've been hearing Derek White getting traded too. So, you're going to have Sam Hauser and Peyton Pritchard and all fuck. It don't work. It don't work. Defensively, your backcourt is ass. But go ahead. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, if
Hey,
you look at
Garth, that's
Showtime,
another one, right?
if
Garth,
if you,
Garth
if you
and Aziz, and I wish I would have gave Aziz the invite as well, because the Knicks were built just like the Lakers have been built. Are you fucking kidding me? The Knicks want to
see,
return the entire
let me
team. The entire team. If we sign Mitch and we sign Shamit,
let me
we will return the top 10 guys from the
Ro,
roster.
can I
Go
respond to
ahead.
that real quick? See, this is the
Sure.
thing. Well, number one, I wanted to mention Showtime real quick. The Showtime Lakers. If you go back and look at their team during the '80s, if you look at the scoring averages of the players, you didn't have like 2 players on the team averaging 25 points a game. You know, like when Kareem kind of started getting older, and then one year, you know, Magic took over the scoring range, and then the next year it was Byron Scott. And then I think when we went to the finals in 91, James Worthy was our leading scorer, averaging like 21, 22 a game. So it was a very balanced attack. Everybody knew their role. And just from years and years of understanding what it takes to win and being in tip-top shape because of Pat Riley's leadership, that was not people gonna look back at it and say it was a super team. But if you really look at Showtime, Showtime was built just on the exact same principle that Ro just mentioned about the Knicks. Now let's get to this. People want to use the Knicks and say, well, they made all these trades and stuff. They want to use the Knicks as an excuse to justify why the Lakers gave up the Ghost. It's a totally different situation because the Lakers were starting all over again. And at the end of the day, no franchise in NBA history has casted out close to 20 drafted players over a period of really less than 6 years. Not to mention all the draft picks that you gave up to facilitate those trades. And New York's run has been more consistent than the Lakers. Lakers been going up and down. Now the thing is, Rob Pelinka is doing the best that he can. In spite of the situation, he's trying to correct the team by bringing in younger players. But the thing is, as long as that dude is still on the team, you're still going to be building around his style of play and his dynamic, and it's not going to happen. So I've been saying ever since the bubble that the gig has been up. And for some reason, and I know it's hard. I know it's hard to acknowledge it. I know it's hard. But you're looking at all the evidence. Because all you got to do is look at the Western Conference, and you got two teams that's clear cut above you, and someone else gonna take a jump this year too. So if it would have been me, I'm not bringing no mercenaries to my franchise. I'm gonna build everything up that we got because I got all the metrics showing how good that young core was. You had your cash space was cleared out to perfection. You had all your draft picks. You didn't have to go this route. New York built their thing up according to their vision, and they built it up over a 5-6 year period. That's how teams are built. They did it according to their vision, and they became a champion. They weren't no super team either, so can't take none away from New York. No team.
I've been saying the same shit for months. Well, for years. They fucked us over as soon as they fucking allowed that guy to come in and trade all them damn picks.
That was all she wrote. And see,
Yeah, man.
the thing is, fam, if everything was going according to plan, when you got AD, he told us when we got AD, he was gonna retire Laker. But if you look
Right.
at it, when they traded AD, they had 5 players under contract after they traded for AD. So that means really you didn't even have a full team out there. That's why they had to bring all them old players to the team that year. Danny Green, they brought back Rondo, Avery Bradley, who had been off injured. So what I'm saying is that year right there, that was a byproduct of you mortgaging your future off. So that's why they've been so up and down. But if Anthony Davis would have upheld his value as a player, because to me he was the highest value player in the league at that time. If he say, okay, if I leave New Orleans and come to the Lakers on my terms, and the Lakers don't bring the other dude to the team, and they keep what they got, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, like, we would be having these discussions. They wouldn't need Luka Doncic. That just lets you know that's how bad the team's been underperforming when you have to sacrifice AD to bring another superstar after you sacrifice the real future to bring in AD.
Man. I mean, this shit's sad, man. Analyzing everything that they've done for the last couple of years is just insane at this point, man.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, okay. Since man, like I said, man, I really don't want to make this about the Lakers. I just want to throw this real tidbit out, and then I'm gonna leave. It's gonna
Everything
be
is about the Lakers. Everything in the NBA is about the Lakers.
But I want to share this, man. I want to share this.
Yeah.
And I've been for the past pretty much doing after the All-Star break this year. I've been some said, hey, AJB, just because the eye test was telling me how good that young core was. So I went back and did some research. I found out that young core. Well, first of all, the team finished 35-47, which was almost a 20-game improvement over the past 2 years. From the time Kobe retired to 2018. So they
Right.
improved 20 games in 2 years in a brutal Western Conference where everybody that was on top of their conference was in their prime. Golden State, Houston, Portland, San Antonio, Utah, all them squads. Okay. Denver
Yep.
was coming up. Now check this out. Now they finished 12 games under 500, right? But that Laker team with no veterans they was fourth in the NBA in points in the paint. They was fourth in the NBA already. They had the second best rebounding team in the NBA. They had the second fastest pace team in the NBA. They was second in the league in fast break points. And they had the number one rated efficient bench scoring unit in basketball already. And when they adjusted their starting lineup, they was top 3, top 4 in bench points. But it gets even more real. Now remember the beginning of the season, because I was thinking, I said, if we at the top, we number 2 in 3 categories already. Number 2 in 3 categories. And then we had a 10th rate defense once we adjusted our starting lineup. Now check this out. I remember I said, okay, how you got all these high metrics and you only finished 12 games on the 500? Check this out. Remember, Julius Randle, they kept him out the starting lineup at the beginning of the season. But I remember he played all 82 games. And I didn't realize they kept him out the starting lineup the first 33 games of the season. When they inserted him into the starting lineup, the team was 12 games under 500. So the remaining 49 games of that season, they played 500 basketball with Julius Randle in their starting lineup. So that means if he starts the whole season and played all 82 games, that team is winning over. They gonna finish with a record above 500. They're gonna win about 42, 43 games. So what I'm saying is the team was suppressed to keep them from looking better than what they actually would have been, to create a situation to justify bringing who to the team to make him appear that he was the savior. So I'm saying if they'd have built that team up the way they're supposed to, you bring back Brook Lopez, you continue to build up Brandon Ingram, that next year they'll win about 47, 48 games. And then in 2019, you got the largest free agent pool in the history of this league. You picked the right superstar to pair up with what you got, and you got all your assets. You ain't got to trade nothing. I'm telling you, this team would have been working on their third title. I believe that in my heart of hearts. But like I said, instead of building, you start taking away. That's just the reality. So I kept on thinking to myself, something's missing in this puzzle. I said, something's missing in this puzzle. That's why Randall was so disgruntled, because he didn't understand why he being kept out. But that year, he was shooting 56% from the floor. He was shooting 56% from the floor. And he was the team's most versatile defender because he could switch out on top, when he needed to, the guard, perimeter-oriented player, because remember, he built himself up. He was in the best shape of his career at that point. He got his weight down, man. He was chiseled. He was ready to rock and roll. So if you would put him in that starting lineup and you continue to build Zubac up, you keep Brook Lopez, I'm telling you, they had 8 players who averaged double figures that year. They had it all, but they didn't look at them as something to build up with. they looked at them as assets because the moment that they brought who to the team, they was already talking about bringing in 2 superstars. So
And
they was
by
just
and by the way, JB, right? Because you
mhm.
gotta like this is a full circle moment. I love a full fucking circle moment, bro. I love it. They let Rand go in what 2018, right? They let him walk off the team.
Wait a minute,
Exactly
hold on one
one
second,
year
Ro.
later.
Like, is this Garth right
But
here? That's what I'm saying. He gonna sit
yeah,
there and
that's
say
what I'm addressing.
they a bunch of
That's what I'm
average
about to
players,
address
but
directly.
But I remember where he acknowledged that he was wrong about Zubats the whole time. That's why I said I remember all these comments that were said. The thing about it was the way the team was being built up. It wasn't about one player. It was about the whole is greater than the sum of his parts. And I'm telling you, in this Western Conference, the San Antonio Spurs, who had been in the playoffs in 6 years, OKC, who started all over again when they traded all their top players in 2019. I'm telling you, they borrowed the Lakers blueprint. I know they did. I can tell. I can tell because the time frame is a 5-year period. When you start over to the time where you're ready to rock and roll. And they broke through right on schedule in terms of from when they start over to when now you're going to the finals. Now you're going to the final, win the championship. So I'm saying when someone tell me that they average, well, you got even Randall. Okay, like Rose said about Randall, he bet on himself, came to New York, and he started the whole thing of them
Thank
becoming what
you.
they are.
Bingo.
So he was
That's
the
a
he was the
fact.
building
That's
block
a
of that.
fucking fact. I've been
As soon as
He
telling
you
was the
people
wrap it,
that
building block.
shit, man.
as soon as you wrap it, I'm taking a baton like Carl Lewis in the '92 Barcelona Olympics. I'm
And I
running
just
this
Well,
shit
look,
home.
and I just want to
I've been
finish with
telling
this.
niggas this shit, man.
And check this out, fam. He gets traded to Minnesota. And that first round last year against the Lakers, me and Ro, we was talking about Minnesota the whole time. Like, man, Minnesota gonna win this first round. And the main reason was because of that matchup at the 3 or the 4 spot when Randall played this series. I said he gonna average about 23 points a game. He gonna get you about 7-8 rebounds. And he wore out LeBron and Luka in the fourth quarter. And that's why when they won that game 5, anybody go back and look at that game 5 in that fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Randall, he went to town. That's why Minnesota won that series because of him.
Yep.
When he's able to play his real game in the block, that's when you see the best of Julius Randle. So when the dude tell me that we had all average players, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these cats are so used to watching superstars play, they
If they
can't
don't know
tell
how
when
to watch the slow
they
build,
can't they don't know how to
they
watch the
don't
game.
think so. Guard, this isn't you, brother. This isn't you, brother. Because you just told me how I went from Franklin to Keeler and Kevin Knox, and then you right on the money about that. See, you right. I'm not going to sit there and act like you dead wrong. But our slow build, and that slow build, I said that it started with Julius Randle. A lot of platform, even Knicks platforms, are not going to give Julius. I know Knicks fan TV ain't going to get it. All ball, they do mention it, but they don't give it. Objective Knicks fan, he don't do it as much. I am giving Randle credit. I wish Randle would have had the balls to show up to the barbecue, bro. I really do, because it started with you, brother. You bet on yourself. You took the 3 years, and the Knicks went, and they went when they traded for Derrick Rose. We would have had a winning season right away. Now I know what happened in the playoffs. Again, the man was alone. The man, like there were all the guys in the team on that team in 2021. We only 5 years down. There's literally nobody else on that team in the league other than R.J. Barrett, who was a rookie back then. Okay, and then you got what's the name, who was his direct backup, right? So who was a rookie? He was R.J. Barrett won a rookie. Was his second year. Obi Toppin was a rookie. Obi Toppin was a rookie. Emmanuel Quickly was a rookie as well. So those are the only guys that are still in the league. Everybody else, veteran-wise, are no longer in the league. No Nerlens Noel. No, none of the. Mitchell Robinson, who unfortunately was hurt for the entire Atlanta series. That's the only other one. Okay, so this rebuild started with Randall. It started with Bobby Portis. Those guys that Marcus Morris, everybody that came in when they were making fun of us for having 5 power forwards. Funny, because nobody made fun of the Lakers the next couple of years for having 9 goddamn shooting guards on it. Like the Lakers, that Westbrook year, they had 9 fucking shooting guards on the roster, but no one said nothing about that. Okay, that's neither here nor there. Julius Randle, two-time All-NBA, two-time All-Star. He was on his way to the third All-NBA selection when Jaime Jaquez undercut him on trying to take that charge, and he
broke his
dislocated
foot.
his
He
shoulder.
broke his ankle, didn't he? When it was at his shoulder. Was it his ankle?
The ankle was the year prior. Yeah, the ankle was the year prior when Bam Adebayo bit on that up fake and fell down on Julius Randle, basically causing all his weight. It didn't break the ankle. Well, eventually it did break. Eventually it did because he got a surgery on it. So it was like, yeah, man, this is what happened. This is part of the story. Okay? If sit there and tell me
he gets traded to Toronto, they go from 30 wins to 46 wins. I didn't even see that coming. I didn't think Toronto was going to be that good. I'm telling you straight up. But you insert him into the lineup, he played about 77 games this year. They go to the playoffs, man. Was one game away from if he had I think they said he had some kind of spurs in his foot or something. He had to have surgery. So if he had been playing, they probably would have beat Cleveland in the first round.
See, I want Garth to know something. Yeah, they had great role players. Yeah. You had great role players. Josh Hart, great role player. Jordan Clarkson, great role player. Yes, role players are important. You cannot build a team full of superstars. You couldn't. You can't. It's got to be a pecking order. It's got to be a hierarchy. Look, Boston is a little bit different because they developed two superstars from the womb together. So Jason Tatum, they just so happen to have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and both of them motherfuckers develop into superstars. But for the most, and that's key, right? Because even Milwaukee, like Middleton ain't no superstar, but he damn sure is better than people, And unfortunately, what's holding him back is both him and Giannis have had nothing but injury-plagued years since then. But those are two guys who developed together. And you can have two superstars on a team more than likely if they develop. And I was talking about this earlier in a TikTok live. If you're in a situation like with Kevin Durant, where your game is so impeccable, like stylistic-wise, where you and Curry is like peanut butter and caviar, bro. I mean, like Polenta, all fruit and caviar, man. Like the shit just works because you got two guys with high fundamentals who are three-level scorers who don't need to have the ball, can both play off the ball, and then have a Draymond Green facilitate in the middle.
Hold on
how that shit works.
But see, this is the thing, though, Ro. Now, Garth gonna ask the question. He say, my problem is the core that JB wanted to keep. The thing is, he's not a Laker fan. He's a LeBron fan. So of course, he gonna take whatever LeBron wants, he gonna roll with that. The thing is, his formula is counterproductive because you take away. We don't even talk about the original young core. What was being done to Dalton Connect, man? That's criminal. Was being done to him. He got to take a back seat to a young man who ain't got no business in the NBA.
Didn't he ask for a trade?
He asked for a trade. He probably will get it.
He asked for.
He should.
No, he asked for a trade because he was pissed off by his minutes.
And I think last year, he pulled back at the last minute. But this
he
dude
got
came
2
in
more
his
rookie deal, so he's gonna be, he's gonna be attractive to somebody. And that's how it goes.
He should be playing right now.
This dude come in his rookie year. He was in his first 2 months. I remember they inserted him to the starting lineup like the second month of last year, his rookie year. The dude was dropping there like 18 a game.
He was cold.
He was leading all rookies in rookie of the year consideration. Then all of a sudden, he gets devalued, taking out the whole rotation so they can stick that man's son out there who ain't got no business in the league. And then you ain't got no center because you ain't had no center since you traded Zubac. You ain't had no established center because you traded your future center Zubac to Clippers to free up cash space to try to bring another superstar. And 7 years later, you still ain't got no real center out there because you sacrificed your real center when he was 21 years old. That's what his fans not understanding. They so gun ho. They want to see this. Like I said, I just be glad the dudes off the team, man. The thing is, his MO, it don't work, and it definitely ain't working in the Western
It don't.
Conference. Like
It
even in the
don't.
Eastern Conference, it's not gonna work no more because the Eastern Conference is real now. In the 2010s, that when Derrick Rose injured this ACL, that conference was nothing in terms of superstars. You on a super team and you ain't facing no superstars in the playoff. What you think gonna happen? You gonna go to a straight final? So my point, he come to LA, it was already set up. They was on TV the first day talking about trading BI. This before the season started. They were trying to get Paul George and Kawhi. They weren't even thinking about AD. So what I'm saying is when someone from the outside tried to tell me about what I saw over the course of 82 games, and in year one with the dude on the team, you go 37-45. That means you are ready to win backwards. So to build him out, they had to sacrifice the young core because he can't play with young players. So you sacrifice the whole boat to get AD, and then you devalue AD, and now he gone. So what I'm saying is, it always looks good up front because of the names. I'm talking about being a functional basketball team. They ain't been functional since they brought the dude to the franchise. I mean, I can list so many dubious marks that all the big time losing, all time deficits. You a 3 seed, you lose in the first round, first time in franchise history, and you got Luka out there dropping 30. How you losing in the first round? Because you can't close in the fourth quarter.
Now, look, let me say something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think, because everything you're saying, man,
Ro and I called it going into this series last year.
Bro,
we was
programming though. You two motherfuckers need to make your own YouTube joints, right? Y'all really do. Y'all need to make because y'all look. If you on YouTube, you have the potential to make a channel, right? So if you go on YouTube and you watch it and you got your own name up there, you have your own channel. That's what YouTube literally is. Y'all need to start pumping out content, man. I don't care if you do 30, like no real talk, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I paid $44.99 a month for this StreamYard, and I hadn't used it in 3 months. So basically about $150, almost $200. Basically, it's been down the toilet. But and this is in the spirit to our late homie, man, C-Dub. Because I just basically took over his account, right? Nobody was paying it, so I did, right, for Christmas. Like, he wanted us to, like, have our own voice. And I don't care if y'all do a 30-minute, like y'all can put me in a CW position where, I got something to say, I want to say, but give me like 30 minutes and, set my live up, and I'll just, you know what I'm saying, I'll go and say it. I'm really imploring y'all because we really got a lot to say. For me, we done fell off because my personal schedule it's been hard to do this. Like literally, I had to just say fuck it, let me do it. So it's like the way we were set up in the past. I would give CW the show idea. I would come up with it in that day. This is what I want to talk about. Boom. He set it up, set the thumbnail up, give me the link. I put it on my channel. Boom. We need to get to that structure. Like I said, look, it can be once a week. It can be whatever y'all want to do, man. But I really want y'all to get your voice up because he pushed us. I pushed you, JB. He pushed you. He told you, man, you got a good voice. And I know it's like I said, it was easy to go on TikTok, and all you gotta do is put up a prompt, you can go live. And I know you're not more. Clark, you not wanting to run your own live, but I mean, even if y'all just do it, you know what? Let me talk about this for like 20 minutes. Let me really, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could do this. I'm telling you, man. But yeah, man, let like what I want to say is the Knicks, and I know y'all might think I'm crazy, but the Knicks, OKC, and I've been saying it for a minute. OKC and the Spurs have been playing chess while the rest of the fucking league has been playing checkers. And what I'm saying it right there, the Lakers showed you how to squander a potential dynasty.
Woo.
And the Knicks, OKC, and Spurs have all built potential dynasties. Now, that's the thing, right? Notice they were the last 3 teams playing for a reason. The Knicks was sitting there watching them beat. It's almost like, and I know the Knicks was sitting there watching them beat each other up, and we just picked the bones of the losing. And that could be a big reason why we won. But I still think the Knicks would have beat OC, and I knew we would beat the Spurs, right? But when you look at right now, they just traded Aaron Wiggins. Who get Aaron Wiggins? Like they got so much young talent that they didn't need Aaron Wiggins no more. So they just kicked the can. They got two second round
They
picks.
got assets in return, dog.
Yes. And meanwhile, the Lakers are sitting here trying to scrape the bottom of the barrel to maybe get a big stew or maybe get a Jalen Durant. And if they do that, more than likely, it's a lot. It's going to be a lot of moving parts in that. And maybe the Lakers I don't even know, but they have no assets to even land a big name.
And think
you
about
got
it, Ro,
Luka
like you just
Doncic.
said, we've never seen an organization in any professional sports league when it comes to team sports that is potentially relinquished a budding dynasty. That's what Kyle Kuzma said going into his third year. They asked him, what's your role? Remember, Kyle Kuzma was top 4 in Rookie of the Year vote getting. I thought he was top 5. He was actually top 4. He say, I'm surprised we gave up all the young talent because I believe we gave up a dynasty. So what I'm saying is, man, when someone asked me to accept this insanity, where once again you got a potential A player that could declare free agency going to this offseason, A player, you shouldn't have to be doing that. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying, the reason why they got to do that is because what they gave up front, they gave it up all in one large swoop.
Think about this, JB. Let's say the Lakers first of all, they won 53 games and they were they were the 4th seed, right?
4th seed.
Won the first round. So let's just say y'all think this was a success season. It wasn't, but let's say y'all thought it was. They're gonna have to build a whole new team again. You know what? Right. Like they got like 5 or 6 guys coming back on the contract, and that's if you count LeBron. Of course, you don't want LeBron. LeBron does nothing for your team right now. You're going to have to build a whole new roster. Mind you, okay, let's just say they get the biggest name in free agency. I don't even know. First of all,
who is the biggest name? Ain't no superstars out there.
Ain't no superstar. Who's the superstar, right? You got Luka. But what you need to do is retain your own man. So right there, that's going to take up a certain amount of cap. And then, try to get some solid 3-and-D wings, big men, right? Get Marcus Smart is walking out the door. Marcus Smart, and he's too good to make $5 million next year. Too good. So that ain't gonna work. He's gonna opt out. If I was DeAndre, I would opt in.
Ain't no telling what he gonna do.
Yeah, you don't know. But guess what? Hold on. With Julius Randle going to the Nets, DeAndre might get another payday. Julius Randle going to the Nets, they probably gonna buy him out, and then Julius Randle can go where he wants. I would go to Dallas if I'm him. Dallas, Detroit. What else I'm thinking? Maybe Phoenix? See, here's the thing.
Antonio.
Yeah, Julius Randle and Giannis, to me, are the best two true power forwards. A lot of guys, like OG Anunoby, ain't no power forward. He's a power forward of the Dave DeBusschere claw, where he's an undersized guy who can play this position, rebound pretty well, and he's a defensive-oriented guy.
But hold on 1 second. Dude told me, what's his name? Timothy Miller just said, I'm talking a little crazy. But the thing is, do you realize in these 8 years since they brought this dude to the team, this is including the last 2 years with Luka, they averaging 44 wins a year. Over the course of this whole 8 years, they not even averaging 50. They averaging 44. We could have did that on our own and beyond. They not doing nothing.
With King Shy, right? And I asked, well, this is 44 wins. 44 wins, and this is successful. I can understand if that was the Brooklyn Nets, if that was Atlanta Hawks. Bro, y'all realize that the Washington Wizards have never won 50 games since I've been alive? They won 49 on 2
Oh
different
man,
That's
occasions. They have
awful,
never
bro. That's
had
that's a
awful.
one.
long time,
Yo,
boy.
That's awful,
50.
bro.
Yes. I'm
That must go
47
back to
years old. That was the last time the Wes Unseld was on the team. He's no longer with us, bro.
and that was back in that was back in the 70s when they won the title.
Yeah.
And I think
About a year
even
after
then
they
they
won,
didn't win
yeah,
50
because
games that year.
79 was, yes, they won in 78. Or did they win in 77?
I think
Uh,
they won in Portland won in 77. So they won in
so they won in
78.
78. They won in 78. And then Sonics won in 79. And shout out to Mount Vernon's own. It's funny, man. My patient, it was one of his best friends. The guy I used to take care of, he was one of Gus Williams' best friends. He when they say little guards can't be the one, he was the leading scorer of the Seattle Supersonics in 1979. Mount Vernon's own Gus Williams. Okay, so like a lot of shit, bro. I'm telling you, I had this YouTube channel, and Timothy Miller. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He flips their whole script. Now, unless they change up the whole way they were gonna play, no, he doesn't. He doesn't. Because I was saying earlier, I don't like him and Jason Tatum. I don't know that they're gonna have chemistry. You got two alphas. You got two alphas. One who and Tatum is falling in love with the three too much. I understand that's the analytical way they play. But
It's
I'm
dumb
telling you,
basketball, bro. It's dumb basketball.
it is. It's dumb basketball. It's the same shit. It's the same shit that the Spurs played, and that's why they gave up that 29-point lead. You're taking threes when you're up, and you're trying to land a knockout blow, but you're not. The knockout blow could be a midi. This is why I keep, man. Listen,
Hold on
man.
1 second, Ro.
Go ahead.
Garb just said NBA is the parity era. Tell me how Celtics core. It's not really about parity, but I'm finna prove it. Tell me how Celtics core is broken up so fast, even without super team players still ain't staying put. The reason why is because of the impact of this new CBA.
Yes.
This new CBA is requiring that team hold draft picks in high esteem for the most part, to where, particularly in this Western Conference where the Lakers preside in, you gonna have to. I'm telling you, the next team that's gonna pop up is gonna be the Utah Jazz. You can see the handwriting on the wall. That's why they trying to break the team up. And oh man, we can get Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler just issued a statement saying he loved being in Utah. What I'm trying to say is, you got to draft, and then free agency should be about key role players. It ain't supposed to be about superstars every year. So what I'm saying the CBA is correcting the situation where you have to build a team appropriately, and then once you build your team to a certain point, then it's up to your star player to lead your team where it's going to go. That's the way it was set up back then. The super team inverted that process to where the onus was no longer on the superstar per se. It was about the acquisitions and moves that the front office is forced to make. So you take the onus off the superstar. So what I'm saying is this whole previous era, the 2010s, that was amazing is you had the Golden States of the world break through and win titles, or San Antonio in 2014, or Dallas in 2011. But for the most part, man, it's been so diluted, man. Like, because in order to build a super team, you got to sacrifice normal team building. You're going to get rid of young players. You're going to have to ask a lot of players to sign for the cheap to fill the roster out. It's a very it's a high turnover type of venture because you're going to have to overhaul the roster damn near every year. It's not real. That's what I'm saying. So when he comes here and blows everything up, I got to sit there and watch this tyranny, knowing after 1 year they're not going to do nothing. We go around the circle every freaking year, and here they are yet again. Oh man, we got to go for broke. It's do or die. The championship window is all smoke and mirrors. They not finna win. You got to get this dude off the team. Why are you gonna keep on dealing with someone you ain't getting the results? And he's the primary reason why you losing when it comes to money time. What will make people think it's gonna change again next year? So kudos to the New York Knicks. They are the NBA World Champions, and San Antonio got a bright future. OKC ain't going nowhere. Detroit is strong. They got a good team. I just love what all these teams are doing because I know we could have did it, but hey, they want to go their route. They want to go their shortcut route, and all they got is a bubble. That's all they gonna get. I mean, at the end of the day, there's no evidence out there that's gonna tell. I'm gonna tell you how bad it is, bro, and fam, Laker fam. They do all their talking during the regular season, but they took that trip down there to Oklahoma City in early April, and they got the doors blown off. Then all that talk stopped. Like, oh man, we ain't got enough. We need this. We need that. Well, you needed it all along. You just met your maker in April. It had nothing coming.
Bro.
So
see, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. I went and asked, was this a successful season? Remember what I told you, JB, right? You sit there and LeBron fans will tell you, well, we ain't had no hope of being OKC anyway. And that's the problem. The Lakers, the Los Angeles fucking Lakers, are not supposed to be in a position where beating OKC Thunder is a non-possible. That's not how
there you
it's supposed
go.
to
Not
be
after
done.
they just went through a fucking rebuild. Hell
Thank
no.
you.
Right.
That's
And
not
you going into
so
a
right
series,
there.
you going into a series saying, "Oh man, we ain't got a chance." You didn't hear
And
that
that's the
when
problem. Because hold on.
Kobe led us to the playoffs versus Phoenix. We had more belief back then, even though we knew we was kind of starting over.
Right.
Yep. Oh yeah. They believe they could beat Phoenix. They believe they could beat these. Yes. There's no belief at all. And this is the
Zero.
problem. This is the problem. See, we got LeBron sits up on his podcast saying we got out talented. That's not how. See, again, I'm not trying to
That's not
make
how it
this
goes.
about LeBron, but this is but LeBron is the face of these teams. Fucking that, like I said, playing checkers when the real teams are playing. So Detroit.
Real quick though, Ro.
Go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off. But I'm tired of these motherfuckers talking about he fucking 41. Well, he shouldn't be fucking getting paid like he a superstar then. Because if you taking up fucking all this goddamn money on the cap, bitch, I need the fucking points on the board.
There you go. If he 41, why is he taking 52 million? He not worth 52 million. Not to you. It was a time when I
don't want to hear none of this shit. Like I said, like when y'all was just talking about fucking Kobe,
right? When LeBron was playing both sides of the ball, and when LeBron was in his prime, I said he was worth 100 million. He's not worth 52 million on the floor no more. He's not. He's not. Not when you can spend that money elsewhere. Not when you spend that money on three wings. Three. Like, again, you get Jake LaRavia. Nice player. See, when I made the bets with everybody, I was under the assumption that y'all main offseason acquisition was Jake LaRavia. He's a nice addition. He is not the guy. The biggest offseason acquisition y'all made was Marcus Smart. Because that nigga is the only perimeter defender y'all have. That's why y'all beat Houston. Not LeBron. Again, you know Jake, right? The white boy, Hawk. He got mad when I said he got mad and left me live when I said that Marcus Smart is the MVP of the Lakers playoffs so far. And this was like in the middle. This is like going into the OKC series. It's got to be LeBron. No, it's not. See, you're falling for the PRA narrative. LeBron has gone fifth option. Marcus Smart was going one option. And in that 3 games, he was putting up the same numbers as LeBron offensively. He's doubling his season output. LeBron is just maintaining his and guarding fifth option.
Right.
And guarding fifth option. See, this is what I say. Y'all don't understand what. See, it's funny, right? So obviously the one, because after game 4, OG Anunoby, if OG Anunoby would have had a big time game in game 5, he would have won. But Jalen Brunson dropped 45, carrying half the Knicks offense. So he won. But the thing is about Jalen Brunson is he made a bunch of defense. I'm not saying LeBron played no defense in the playoffs, but the guy who was like, who do you think was holding SGA to a drop? Yes, they were double teaming, but the spearhead of the defense, the spearhead of the Lakers defense was Marcus Smart. And I'm gonna tell again, that's why I'm saying this. If they didn't get Marcus Smart, I don't think they would have made the playoffs. That's where role. That's what.
Hell
Hey,
no.
fellas, that's what role players can do for you. It gives you something that the star. You take the burden of guarding the best guy off the star. But see, what I'm saying is LeBron being the actual third best Laker on defensively. See, it's funny. A 41-year-old is your third best Laker defender. Am I wrong? Who's okay? We all know the two
Nah.
best. One is hold on. Here's the two defenders that are better than LeBron on the Lakers: Marcus Smart and Jared Vanderbilt. And I'm just going off of defensive ability and potential. The fact that a 41-year-old going on 42-year-old is your third best defender, that's the fucking problem. Because guess what? The team that swept you, they got about 10. They got first of all, I think Chet Holmgren should have been on the All-NBA first team defense, but he is like, they got
What
Caruso,
makes it so
Nathan
bad?
Wallace, Aaron Wiggins, AJ Mitchell, all these motherfuckers on that team defend. And your third best defender is a 41-year-old?
And it's the thing. OKC knew they had that series so much they were basically in cruise control until the fourth quarter. And they was missing their second best player on the team.
They were toying with the Lakers. Toying with them. SGA wasn't even playing well. He didn't need to. He didn't need to do shit. You kidding? These are the Lakers. They should not be second fiddle to a OKC Thunder. I get it. They were the Sonics back in the day. At what point were the Sonics better than the fucking Magic Lakers? At what point was Gary Payton and them better than fucking Shaq and Kobe and Eddie Jones in there? What point? Okay,
fucking never.
The transition year between Magic and Kobe, the Sonics were better.
And I'm gonna tell you, see, a lot of this too, a lot of these talking heads that preside over the NBA right now, they don't really understand the game. Meaning, a great GM is going to look beyond the present and look at what can transpire 5 years down the road. So any team that's out, the Clippers did it too. Philly did it to a degree. Phoenix did when they brought in KD. Their super team model, it's a short-term view. And when you should be building now, you're trying to win now. You're trying to circumvent the process of building a real team. So you sacrifice so much, and you may get 1 year. And that's a maybe. It's not a certainty. You better hope and pray and cross your fingers.
See,
and hope for a bubble.
Garth is back in troll mode. Give LeBron some help.
So what I'm saying is, man, you go back and look at, man, I'm telling you, people want to talk about Jerry Krause was this magician. He was probably the most relaxed GM in the world because shit, once he so-called got the player, they still had Michael Jordan still had to help develop it, because Scottie Pippen
all Jerry Krause needed to do was get small tweaks here and there. Small tweaks. He didn't need to require he didn't need to see that's the thing. Yeah.
Once they got
that's why I told motherfuckers I ain't mean to cut you off, my fault, bro.
No, you got.
That's why I said that's why we need. I know he dead and gone, but I want Jerry West back so fucking bad, man.
Oh, did you know, fam? Did you know that word was West wanted? This was the word. West wanted to return back as a team consultant during the 2017-2018 season, and word was Pat Riley wanted to come back in some executive, maybe president of basketball operations. I'm telling you, they could have made this thing in-house, looked at that young core as the springboard for the future, and really put their effort in developing them. That's the thing. It could have been all homegrown for the most part. So when you bust it all up, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm trying to say is there's no way in the world they'd be only averaging 44 games a year over eight seasons. You in win now mode. You didn't overhaul the roster 8 freaking times. And you averaging 44 wins a season? Come on, man. Like,
unheard of in Laker history, bro.
3 times out of the first time, and the third time was relying on Kevin Durant only playing 1 game.
Right.
Yeah, man.
It's sad, man. This shit sad, bro. Like,
And that's what I
I've
mean.
never. I'm not even that old, bro. But I've never in my fucking life seen the Lakers do some bullshit like this, bro.
This is crazy. You got
God
Dalton Connect
damn.
not.
You were a baby when you were pretty much a baby when Lakers had to transition after Magic, forced retirement, they
I mean,
stayed
I
decent
look
on the
back at it,
playoff team.
but yeah, I
Yeah,
look
yeah.
back at it. But even with that being said, that shit still ain't look like this bullshit.
No, it
That's what
didn't.
I'm
It didn't.
saying.
It didn't.
Like,
It didn't. And they
you,
kept themselves viable. They kept themselves
Yeah,
viable.
they was still
Obviously
fucking averaging more than 40
Jerry West
wins.
getting Kobe.
but,
Jerry West
but
getting
think about
Kobe
it,
was
fellas.
genius.
You
And
you
it, and
paying
it, and
his son getting $2 million a year. Brooke Lopez wanted to return back for the vet minimum, but you let him walk. He goes to Milwaukee, help him win a title. You got his son out there
Thank you.
getting $2 million a year. He can't
Thank
get the
you.
ball. He can't advance the ball across half court on 3 straight possessions.
See, look,
Come
Garth,
on.
and shout out to Garth, man. Garth, me, JB, and Garth been going back at it for Facebook. We talking about a decade, right? It's the yard man, right? It's the yard man. He don't call up because he got that thick Patois accent, right? Told me this, so I'm not. But again, this is what we've been trying to tell you for the longest. You're sitting. It's like the win now mode. See, the thing is,
I was
you've been
in the
7 years
galaxy.
of win now. Look, guys, win now, and if win like okay, the Knicks were in win now mode because they had done a process of building up, right, with Tom Thibodeau. So you put Mike Brown in a very precarious, and shout out to Mike Brown. Shout out to Mike Brown. He did it.
Well, I know
He
he
did
feeling
it.
good right
That
now. I know
that
Mike
Hall of
Brown
Fame
feeling
Right.
good.
coach. That Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah, he's all of fame coach. He's all of fame coach.
Yeah, that
Look,
Hall of
Red
Fame
Holston
coach.
is a Hall of Fame coach. When
Yup.
you break a franchise's 53-win drought and you do it in the fashion that you did it, the regular seats. Because I'm gonna get into where the Knicks stand. We gonna get into where the Knicks stand as an all-time team. Top 10, top 15. Yes, sir. No, again, when you break this many, look again, bro. See, statistics don't tell you everything. But when you broke that many all-time NBA playoff records, I mean, we
Mm.
could name them. First of all, the most points ever in an NBA playoffs and NBA finals by a guy under 6'3". That's Jalen Brunson. That's the guy that, oh my God, the receipts, bro. When you look on Facebook and watch some of the comments from 4 years ago, oh, hey, shout out. Hey, look, Mike Brown is corny as a motherfucker, and I love it. That nigga is so corny. He's perfect for the fucking team, bro. He is
He
a
said,
big fucking nerd who don't take himself too seriously, yet takes that fucking job seriously.
"Yep,
That
nah, he
black
did it. He did a
man
brilliant
who,
job, boy."
hold on, fellas, and you high yellow bitch, Matt Barnes. Oh, I'm talking to you, nigga. I'm talking to you. He ain't a leader of men. Oh, Kobe and Ron Artest, he stubbed himself in. How you know he ain't set it up like that? He's a player coach who is all about business. And that black man has been reputation has been sullied through the mud because he geniusly helped LeBron win 66 and 61 games. And he gets the blame because LeBron shit the fucking bed in the playoffs. Y'all saw that post. Okay, this was on Uncut Hoops post. How LeBron was 21 points a game. They're under 30% under 40% shooting in games 5, 6, and 7. In 4, 5, and 6. The last 3 games when they blew a 2-1 lead to the Boston Celtics, right? When I don't know, I'm not sure if they blew the 2-1 lead. I kind of got to remember. All I know is when the Delonte rumor came out, that nigga played like dog shit. But Mike Brown took the fucking he led that team to 61 wins and 66 wins back to back. Mike Brown. Now, again, right? Because it's hard for coaches. Mike Brown has been very fortunate and he's been well liked because he got 5 different jobs, right? He got the Lakers job once, he got the Cavs job twice, he got Sacramento. And I know he was assistant with Golden State. He actually stepped into the first chair when Kerr was out with the injury, right? I mean, it was a second situation. The first time was Luke Walton stepped in his chair. The second time it was Mike Brown, right? But he also got, so Golden State and San Antonio, and he's been an assistant, I think, one other place. But for a head coach to get 5 different jobs, again, everybody always doubted him because of LeBron's bullshit, bro. And when you go back and look, you heard me debating with YD, what's the name, right? The other night when I was in Orlando, I was debating with YD about the whole shit, right? And how LeBron, and we was watching the film, right? All them LeBron defensive breakdowns. He said I was lying. First of all, we watching highlight films. Again, we seen Hito Turkoglu hit a wide open three where LeBron standing there watching him. And that video's in my repo somewhere. You know what I mean? I don't know how to bring them shits up. Maybe I could have did that I could have went to my second phone just to bring that up. But I'm low tech over here, bro. I don't know all this shit, man.
And he with the Sacramento helped them boast the
first time in the playoffs in a whole bunch of years. They haven't been in the playoffs since, have they?
NBA history.
They went right back without Mike Brown. They went right back to the worst team in fucking basketball. Let's keep it real, okay? So again, you high yellow bitch. Listen, I'm not gonna. He might actually hear this. I hope he do. You high yellow motherfucker. Because you still didn't get that man an apology. You apologized to the Knicks. You said that man wasn't a leader of men. Bro, the nigga is the NBA head coach. He's been in 5 times. And you said he just you really disrespected
he said that about Mike Brown. Bro. He said that about Mike Brown.
Yes, he did. He said he was talking about how Kobe and Ron Artest and stuff. Again, that might have been the leadership that he put. You guys can. When you guys want to get back on the court, you ain't gotta wait for me to call your number. That he could have set it up that way. You don't know that, nigga. You were Matt Barnes. Lakers had a relatively successful year. They were 41-25 in that lockout shortened season, right? Then they went 1-4.
Went to the second round.
Yeah. When they traded for Dwight Howard, they went 1-4, and they got rid of him quickly because they didn't think his style was going to work. But that was an ill-conceived roster. The Dwight Howard and motherfucking Steve Nash couldn't guard nobody.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to work. Remember when you had 8 preseason games back then?
Yeah.
And I remember after the first 2, they didn't win one preseason game. They didn't win one. I said, yeah, they ain't going to do nothing.
It wasn't even about not winning. They didn't look good at him. They were getting blown out. That's the thing. You want to at least have a lead when you let the starters out. They weren't looking good. It was just stylistically a bad fit. Then you go instead of hiring Phil Jackson to come back. No, Jim Buss said, no, fuck this. I ain't hiring a G's fuck buddy. I want D'Antoni.
Yeah, that was bad.
So that's what happened, man.
Well, what I love about the Knicks, man, like I said, if you historically look at championship teams, man, it's always you got exceptions to the rules. But for the most part, man, let's say even if you win or like Boston did in '81, they still continue building that team up to where they peaked. Their peak year was '86 when they, had this historic season. When you look at all these teams, man, it's about in the '80s. You talking about a 6-7 year shit. Isaiah didn't win until year 8. Well, I want to say until year 8, but that's how it's a process. So when you come up in here, man, and when they say if someone come up to me and say, man, win now, I'm like, man, I'll holler later. I'd rather build it, man.
There you go. You rather build it
later because I know it's gonna come.
Remember when I said, bro, the best teams, they have a capologist. They have a guy that understands the ins and out of the cap or salary cap and how do you not even circumvent it, but how do you spend your money wisely? Because you have to. If you don't spend your money wisely, here's what again, I'm gonna tell you, the Lakers are gonna have to get a whole new roster around a core of 3. Let's just say they get a whole new roster, and once you give Austin Reeves his money, once these guys opt in. Like Vanderbilt ain't going nowhere unless you get rid of his contract. He ain't going nowhere. You want to use express provision on who? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you have to spend your money wisely. That's you. Let me get at my man Vince Goodwill. Vincent Goodwill, who called the Larry O'Brien Trophy
Oh, that's
because
some
I'll tell you,
cold-blooded stuff he said, man.
that was
That was garbage. What he
it
said.
was garbage. But you know what? He's one of them. He's one of them young motherfuckers who grew up only seeing dynasties. Therefore, he expects that to be the way. See, what niggas don't understand is winning a championship, even when you have. Matter of fact, it's harder to win a championship when you've already won one. The only
Yep.
thing that you have in your advantage is you've been through the process, so you get it. But again, we went 19 years without a back-to-back champion, right?
Which
19
was
years.
longer, which was a
Now,
longer drought than what they think is happening right now.
yes, yes.
Yep.
Now, what's going on right now is an 8-year when no team has repeat, and you only had two teams that got to two finals. See, what changes the 69? Again, this is me. This is basketball historian talking now. What changes the 69 to 88 repeat drought? What's different from that is you had the Knicks who won 2 championships, and you had the Celtics who won 2 championships. Plus, then you have the Celtics that won 3 more, and then you had the Lakers who won in 72. Then they went in 80, 82, no, in 80, 82, 85, 87, and then finally they became the first team to go back to back since Bill Russell's Celtics in 68 and 69, right? Okay? So understand that. What's different about this now that you have that this is the longest time where a team didn't win a second championship, even if it's not back to back. So, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you had the 70s. Again, like I said, the difference with the 70s is you had 8 different, now you have 8 different distinct champions. In the 70s, you did have 2 teams that won 2 championships in the decade. The Knicks being in 70, 73, and then the Celtics in 74 and 76. So that's the difference. You have 8 for this decade. Well, since Kawhi, you had 19 Kawhi, 20 Lakers, 21 Bucks, 22 was it Golden State? Yeah, Golden State. 23 Denver, 26 Boston, 25 OKC, and now the Knicks being the 8 different distinct champions. So now Vincent Goodwill, understand something, brother. You telling me that the shit was legislated, and maybe it was. It was the owners clapping back to player empowerment, where
That's
you
right.
had because GM, you gotta understand it. GMs were saying we feel the pressure to acquiesce to what a superstar wants to do, and then we don't like Rob Pelinka is going now. He has to acquiesce to what LeBron wants to do, and thank God Luke is not that. He's busy. He's you know he speaks, but he's not. He doesn't demand.
Oh, real
Right?
quick, bro. When you brought up
Go ahead.
Rob Pelinka, I wanted to mention, for being a capologist, that's why he was hired. Because of his background in like economics, and he was actually clearing out the cap. That's why I say them 2 years before they brought the dude to the team, every move they made was on point. That's why I was so excited. I was like, damn. I said, okay. I said, yeah, we finna rock and roll in a couple years. We gonna be on.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
And
I just
even
want to mention
if
that.
he's great at doing the cap out, you still need a guy who crunches the numbers. Like you need a guy that the Knicks supposedly has the best. This is why the Knicks are where they are. Part of the reason, because again, getting Jalen Brunson and Jalen, look, God, Jalen Brunson didn't take a pay cut. He actually his salary went up this year. Right, this is the first year of his extension. What he did was he took his extension a year early, where he wound up getting less money than he would have potentially did if he waited the year to sign the extension. So that's how he took the pay cut. But remember what he was doing. He was guarding himself against injury. And I'm going to say this again. Shout out to Julius Randle because he did it first. He did it in 21, which allowed us to get Jalen Brunson in 22 in the first place. He signed his extension a year early. He could have waited based on the fact that he made All-NBA in 2021. He could have waited to do it again. And if he was signed his extension, the thing is, he was guarding against any potential catastrophic injury. Remember, he wound up fucking up his ankle in 22, 23. So yeah, him signing that extension early, and like I said, he's still on the last year of that deal. That's why he got traded, and more than likely the Brooklyn Nets are gonna buy him. Wow, that's crazy. So he got to come back to New York. Shout out Randall, bro. I'm the one of the guys that really rock with Randall. Randall, look, I get why people don't like him personality, but bro, that man was professional. He brought it. Did they defense all the time? No, but he fucking bet on himself. He improved year by year. He's still a very good player. He's, again, like I said, go to Dallas, go home to Dallas, go to Detroit. He's gonna help a contender next year, fellas. Trust me, he's gonna help a contender.
Yep.
So, yeah, man. Like I said, bro. There's so much going on, and niggas just got it wrong. I gotta speak on the real, man. I gotta speak on the real. And everybody, again, y'all sit here with these ill-conceived thoughts of a super team. Y'all got no business, especially in this NBA. I'm not saying I know it, but I pay attention to the little things, like us getting Jose Alvarado. Now, if we can get Jose Alvarado to say, bro, you got a ring, nigga, guess what? We gonna set you up. Nigga, all right, we gonna set you up with a bunch of endorsements, bro. You gonna get about 2-3. Nigga, first of all, you a New York Knicks. And you were on the New York Knicks. Matter of fact, the man once you got in game 4 in the fourth quarter, you would have won the ring. Oh, shout out to DJ Envy. What the fuck were you watching, you high yellow dumbass? Yo, Alvarado literally tackled Wemby. What the fuck are you talking about? I had him on the show and said, why ain't none of y'all retaliated? And see, Alvarado was smart. Nigga, I ain't finna snitch on myself. Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could have been slick about it. Yo, what did you see? But he tackled Wemby. What the fuck are you talking about, Envy? Yo, Envy's trash. I ain't gonna lie. If it ain't for y'all ever watch The Breakfast Club when Charlamagne is on vacation? I don't watch it either.
Awful. That shit is
It's
fucking
awful.
awful.
When Charlamagne is on vacation, it is trash. Okay? So let's get Envy. What the fuck you talking about? The nigga tackle him. But what my point is, right? Again, a move like Alvarado. So take the $4 million. And we're gonna once you start the season, we're gonna give you a 3-year, $20 million deal, some shit like that. That's probably the best.
Oh yeah, he found a home in New York.
Yeah, we're gonna set you up with a lot of endorsement where you can make, bro. Let's keep it a stack. Now, mind you, because again, that's got to be between him and his agent. But Leon Rose being a former agent, he can pull some strings. You see what I'm saying? The whole Kawhi Leonard thing, right? Where they pay him this and then give him money with an offshore for planting trees or whatever the fuck he was doing. I mean, I'm just saying. But yeah, I don't want the Knicks to get caught up in no illegal shit. But what they can, like I said, get Alvarado to opt in. See, these are the moves that could, because again, see if the problem with Austin Reeves, right? Is you had him for nothing on the first 2 years. Then you got him for 4 years and 50 something million. Now you got to get this nigga 40 million.
Yeah.
Look how fast. Look, life comes at you fast, right? Again, he's worth it because you can't afford to lose him. But he's not a $40 million player, but he can get 40 million. Therefore, he's going to get 40 million. You're going to either he's going to go get it, because the agent is not taking no fucking discounts. And that's how you got to understand. There's the whole Lynn and Melo shit came up, and I was saying back then, the Knicks were fucking as soon as Lynn Sandy was going on, they should have said, bro, here we got you 3 years, $9 million. Sign this shit today. And Jeremy Lin said I would have signed it. Because Jeremy Lin was going to make so much fucking money selling Ford trucks. He was going to make so much money off the court here in New York. Think about this. The Bulls got a dynasty. Why, JB? Why, JB? When was Jordan the best highest paid player in the league? Only 2 years of his whole fucking career. Yes.
That's his last 2 years.
So they were able to do this because they had a superstar who didn't need the on-court money. He was a brand himself. And then he decided, okay, these 2 years, And really it was a Patrick Ewing thing, right? Because the players need to take this money. The money was blowing up. See, a lot of y'all, a lot of niggas don't understand, and I'm probably boring some niggas right now, but this is the economics in the NBA, which I kind of understand. Because they even Knicks fans, they say Ewing didn't take it on. No, Ewing was a player at the President's Association. He like imagine being the president of the Player Association and you're giving your team a break. Like you can't. It's a whole different thing. So when Jordan took it's not like he needed that 30 million and that 35 million that he made. But it broke open the mold and it led to the 99 lockout. Now we have the max contract structure now. You understand what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. You guys gotta, again, I get it. A lot of people don't understand it. I only understand about 65% of it. But there's niggas who literally are employed by these teams who understand every little in and out, the language of contracts you gotta put, everything. The way you can put incentives in, you have to have that happen. If your team don't got that, good luck trying to contend in the next 10 years. And I mean the Lakers probably do have it. But again, they sat there and acquiesced to jersey sales. They gave Bronny fucking James. Look, Ariel Hugporty came in there. And got and did his thing with what's the name, right? With Embiid. What has Bronny James done in a high playoff spot?
Shit.
Hey, Cotty, yeah, man, brother, I gave you the wrench. Look, I ain't been live in a long time, but I gave you the wrench months ago, brother. Shout out to Cottage, man. And let's go Mets, man. The season ain't over. But yeah, man, like these are the games you gotta play. And if you don't understand it, I get it. You can ask King Speech. You can ask JB. I'm sure Hawk even knows a little bit about it. You know what I'm saying? He probably we all do know a lot of bit about it. But you playing that fantasy basketball, make a wish. It's not gonna work. You gotta find a superstar. Luka is a superstar. You gotta build a team around him. LeBron James ain't got nothing. You are a power forward averaging 5 rebounds. That ain't working, my niggas. That ain't working. You play defense optional. What do you expect?
And see, this is another thing, Ro. Check it out. This is another thing. They had 4 gimme games versus Utah last year. They were cupcake games. They ain't gonna be cupcake games next year. Utah finna come with it.
I remember watching the game.
You seen that's when that nigga wanted to come back, right? That's when that nigga wanted to come back. Every time they played Utah.
Yo, I remember doing the game with Zay,
Utah
bro.
starting 5 next year. Walker Kessler, Laurie Markkinen, Jaren Jackson Jr., Devontae George, and Brian Sensabaugh. He was dropping 30 pieces on us.
Remember the first LeBron game, the first game he came back off the sciatica was against Utah. They barely won that shit. They had to get Keontae George and motherfucking Laurie in foul trouble. Was rocking their ass. LeBron couldn't go. I get it. He was rusty with the sciatica, blah blah blah. But they had to fucking cheat, giving them all. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god.
Because I think one of those games went the overtime. If I'm not mistaken. I think the game in Utah. I think it went the. Yeah, they was playing them like once every week. I was like, damn, how you play this team 3 times already?
Adam Silver don't really go crazy about a lot of things on that. But he do go crazy about the tanking. You realize he fined Utah for tanking. Now I know they sat out Laurie and whatever. They won the fucking game. How you gonna fine a team for anti-tanking rules? They won. That's how you take it when you win.
Crazy.
Yo, this shit hilarious, dog. I'm telling you, man. Like I said, we got a lot to talk about, bro. I mean, yo, look, I was mad nervous. Is anybody gonna watch? Do they remember that I even had a show? And shout out to the brothers in the comments who have said, yo, Ro, when you going live again? Man? Listen, man, I'm trying. Look, this is gonna be, yo, shout out to Hove. This is gonna be a real hot fucking summer. Nigga, King Speech got his shirt off. Matter of fact, I got my Knicks championship shirt on. I got it bootleg. I ain't going for it. Looked like the real thing. It looked like the ones they sell in motherfucking Dicks and wherever else you can buy apparel. But I got me a bootleg championship shirt. I got me a Captain Crunch shirt. Showed y'all my hat. You know what I'm saying? But King Speech got a shirt off all fucking summer. You can't tell me shit. My Knicks are the motherfucking champions. Not only are we the champions, we had one of the most dominant fucking runs. Y'all niggas said, oh, the West is going to beat y'all ass. Nigga, King Speech Rose. Hold on. King Speech Rose said Knicks in 5 in the finals. He said Spurs in 7. And he said Knicks in the sweep. I took $200 off Carcino ass because we swept Cleveland. King Speech Rose had all of these fucking series right. All of them. The early rounds I did, I pretty got, I had, look, now, how you gonna get mad at me for not having the Lakers beating Houston? I know that this motherfucker, Kevin Durant, will have 10 days off and bang up his fucking ankle somehow. Did I know that? And I stuck with my pick after.
So they say.
Yeah, so they say. What was the other mysterious injury? What was the other mysterious injury? Motherfucker was sitting there for mad long. All of a sudden, you injured for that was Fox. Fox, because Fox was sitting there. They beat Fox was injured for game 1 and 2 against OKC, right? But it was another injury that just came out of nowhere. Like they were literally sitting there resting, and the the injury just came out of nowhere. I don't know. It was a couple of weird injuries, but look, these are the breaks. Oh, T Perfect pulling up, man. What up, bro?
Oh shit.
Long time. Yeah, I just had to pop out, man. I had to pop out and show niggas. Okay. I had to take my shirt off because my Knicks are fucking champions, right?
They are, man. Congrats on that.
Yeah, man. It feel good. It really do. It's euphoria, bro. It really is, man. I broke down in the car today, man. I broke down in the car today, bro. You don't understand, man. Like I like
you broke down. What the fuck?
I had to. I let the tears flow, bro. Look, yo, I don't know if y'all know. Like, there's a guy named Joe Beningo, right? He went from guy that used to call in WFAN. This is before all this shit. He wound up getting his own overnight show. Then they put him on the. He at one point was the main show on WFAN. He has his own podcast now. This man is 72 years old. He is a Knicks fan. He is a Jet fan. He's a Met fan, and I believe he's a Ranger fan. So the last championship this motherfucker ever saw was 1994. Before that was 1986 with the Mets. Before that was 69 with the Jets, and 1970 with the Mets and the Jets. So he was like 18. Bro, that nigga cried. He cried when the Knicks won a championship. Because he thought at 72, I'm going to die not seeing another motherfucking chip running in my team, bro. So, yo, it's crazy, man. Like, literally, like, bro, we are really, like, we not spoiled Laker fans. We not spoiled with this shit. I've seen the Giants win. I love the Giants. I don't love them like my Knicks. I love the Giants. 4 championships. LT. Wide right. You know what I'm saying? LT, 1980. I love them. You know what I mean? But yeah, man,
Dude,
seeing
that
the
was
Knicks.
probably one of the only postseason that I've watched in a long time, or playoffs I've watched in a long time, like more than just one game or two. I watched like 6 entire games, and I got highlights of all the rest of them. So it was a great run. It was very exciting. The basketball they were playing too.
The
yeah, man.
number 1 net rating. Hold on, first of all, like right, the so when the Katy Warriors in 17 went 16-1, they had a plus 233. But actually, a lot of that plus 233 was in the finals against LeBron, because that was the highest net rating in the NBA Finals history, right? That was the highest that was the highest plus minus in the NBA Finals, the least competitive finals of all time. LeBron is at the losing end of 2 of them. I'm just so you know. Yeah, I know you have LeBron as the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know there's a lot of other things that go into it, right? But yeah, that's the least competitive. So the Knicks beat the Golden State Warriors record by 50. Now I get it. Hold on. What do they tell you? Oh, but they went through the West. Hey, in the West, the best team you played was the Spurs, who were missing Kawhi Leonard after game one. Like Kawhi Leonard played half of game one. So you beat the Spurs without Kawhi Leonard. Okay. If you want to talk about competition, I understand. What was the other series? I forget the other series they played. But yeah, the Knicks had the highest net rate.
Don't gloss over that. They was down 20 when Kawhi got hurt.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
We ain't gonna gloss over that.
So that's what I'm saying. Like this, you talking about what the Knicks did. This is the most dominant playoff run in NBA history. Like, I get it. Again, look, the three most dominant play. Put it this way, 4 most dominant playoff runs I've ever seen. Bulls in '96, right? Even though they lost 4 games, they lost 2 to my Knicks. No, they lost 1 to my Knicks. They lost 1 in another series, and they lost 2 to what's the name? Seattle in the finals. Obviously the Lakers. The Lakers went 15-1, right? They swept the whole West. Kobe Bryant destroyed everybody on the road, right? Then you got 16-1 with the obviously the one game they lost. They won 15 straight games to open the playoffs. And but no team has won 9 road games. No team has closed out 4 series on the road.
Man, they beat the Spurs 3 times on the road.
They 3 times on the road, 9 straight road games. Yep.
Yeah.
Yo,
also, Giannis to the Heat.
Giannis going to the Heat? Is that official?
Yeah, dude. Yep.
Oh shit. Okay.
Damn.
That shit like
I'm waiting for the shit. No more Woj ball. I'm waiting for Shams to but I don't want to get on Twitter right now.
Dude, they traded a haul for this man too. A haul.
Woo. You see, my Knicks got everybody scrambling now, and we got everybody scrambling to win now. Play checkers.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you follow the crew. The crew has gotten bigger. It's gotten done like 10 clacks and all these dumbasses. Look, I know Dart is pulling his show to TikTok as well, right? I'm ready to take the motherfuckers on because they got to be stopped. Inside the arc, right? They're in the what's name, so they making a stupid point. They saying that the Bulls had the number 2 defense in like 1985 or some shit like that. I don't even know what year they were looking at, right? Because they were number 2 in points per game. Yet they were number 11 in defensive rating. Now, this is the problem with your boy Lamont, right? He doesn't believe in defensive rating as a viable metric to judge defense. Now, I asked Inside the Arc and Olo, the other idiot, what do you think defensive rating measures? You, T. Burford, you know the answer, right? Because you love your big analytics.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what does it measure? It measures defensive points given up for 100 possessions. So so no one really used the term defensive rating until 2004, right? I understand that. And what he continuously says is they didn't use defensive rating in the 80s and 90s. I'm aware of that, right? I'm very aware of that. But here's the thing. Defensive rate, you still have defensive rating for teams in the 80s and 90s. Because what you could easily do was go back and so we understand why defensive rating was invented, right? It was invented because you're marrying. Put it this way: this is what happened. The Cleveland Cavaliers, after Brad Daugherty retired, they literally start running the Pistons offense, where their offense was more hell-bent on milking the clock, lowering the possessions down to make them more competitive because they didn't have the firepower. So what happened was, for 4 straight years, they were number 1 in defensive points per game, right? They actually one year gave up 85.6 points, but it did not accurately measure them being the best defensive team because they were playing a slower pace. I'm explaining all of this to Inside the Arc, and he still sits there and says defensive rating didn't exist in 80s and 90s. It did exist. It's only a math formula. So you can go back to every team from 1946 on up and measure their defensive points per game given up for 100 possessions. He does not. And I'm like, bro, you literally are telling me defensive rating is the point for giving up 100 possessions. So Lamont has got them believing the defensive rating is not a metric. It didn't exist in the 90s and 80s. No, it did exist. It's just it was just figured out after the fact. So now we can go back and accurately say, hey, teams that gave up less points per possession were better teams that gave up less points per game, but they played at a slower pace. So their whole thing is the Bulls, who played the slowest pace in the league that year, gave up the second fewest points, but that's the only reason why. They were
so you talking about in '94 when they won the 55 games?
Was it 94?
You talking about when Jordan retired?
Well, no, I'm talking. I think it was early. So one of the I think it was 84, 85, maybe.
Oh, you talking about?
They were looking up. Yeah. So, but it's like, and first of all, it's a stupid point because even if you're saying the Bulls were the second best defense, you gotta give Michael Jordan fucking credit for it. How is that a diss to this team? LeBron played on one. Jordan has never played on a second worst defensive team in the league. In 2018, LeBron was, and mind you, still to get to the finals with the second worst defense in the league. It's like, bro,
that's the last thing they'll ever do, man. Like any argument or anything that they can pigeonhole or circle back to relate to Mike or his era or people he played against, they will never give any credit. And dude, Lamont's the worst one at that. He's abandoned all objectivity. Yeah, he's a clown completely.
Look, I get using defensive rating as an individual stat because it doesn't work. Like you could be the worst defender in a good defensive unit just because that you're on the floor when other guys are playing great defense. So therefore, but as a team, it's actually the perfect metric because you're judging the team, you're not giving individual guys credit for said defense. So it works against. So Lamont says no, that doesn't work. It's a flawed metric. It is literally points per game given up per 100 possessions. Now, there's other ways to judge defense, right? What are your turnover percentage? Are you producing steals and blocks? Are you better at cutting off the 3 than the 2? Are you good at defending at the rim? There's other ways to judge it, but over everything in the everything that you can take out is basically defensive rating covers it all because all of those things contribute to a team being good defensive rating or not. If you force a lot of turnovers, you're going to be better at defensive rating because turnovers is part of your bread. If you're good at making teams miss, see, that's what they used to do. If a team, like I think when the Cavs, you didn't have defensive rating in the 90s, right? But the Cavs were giving up 85 points a game. That was a missing. Like they were a good defensive team, but they were not the best. If you look at them giving up 85 points a game, the next team was giving up 92, 93 points a game. So you're saying they're 8 points better than the next best? No, they just had less defensive possessions per game. So that's why defensive rating measures it out if every team plays the same pace. But these idiots in Lamont, again, like I said, because I'm here to teach. Lamont is there to fucking mind them. I'm sorry. He's a fucking moron. And you're still using it as a negative to Michael Jordan. It doesn't make sense. If Michael Jordan is on the best, that's a credit to Michael Jordan. What are you trying to do? Giannis traded to the Heat. Oh, boy. Well, so the Boston Celtics, now again, I thought if we were talking about him going to the Boston Celtics, that would have been a horrible trade for them. Giannis and Tatum, like that would be like fucking putting mustard on fucking tuna fish, bro. Disgusting. I mean, shout out to my late great grandpa. He used to do that because he hated mayonnaise. That would be like putting mustard on tuna fish, bro. Like, no, that's disgusting.
Yeah, that's not a good
mustard, maybe, but deli mustard on tuna fish. Anyway. Tyler Hero goes to the Bucks. So Detroit got to make some moves. Boston should stand pat. They should just try to rework how they do. Like shooting all them threes. Like if San Antonio didn't show you that shooting threes when you're fucking up by 20 is like the dumb. Shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to the Knicks because we ran down 20 points. Same guy. Cleveland did the same dumb shit. San Antonio did the same dumb shit. Indiana, we ran down on 20 last year, and then two times against the Boston Celtics. And yet the motherfuckers still did the same thing and lost their asses to Philadelphia. Come on, man. Yeah, Julius Randle going to the net. Pause. He's probably gonna get bought out. I don't think he starts the season there with the Brooklyn Nets. They probably gonna buy him out, do the stretch provision or whatever it is. Cause I don't know if he got 1 year or 2 years left on his. I think he got 2 years left on his extension. But if they buy him out and do the stretch provision or whatever, then they could say, well, they could actually give him because they're gonna have a lot of cap space in Nets. Basically, the only player. Matter of fact, and Michael Porter Jr. is on a player option, I believe. So they just got a bunch of young motherfuckers. So yeah, the free agent is coming. The draft tomorrow. Anybody think that AJ DeMonster is not going to go to the Wizards?
Mm.
Yeah, I mean AJ's got to go to the Wizards, bro. AJ's got to go to the Wizards. I mean they could swerve you and go to Peterson route, but this is going to be exciting draft. Boozer, Caleb Wilson's going to be. I mean, Darius Acuff. You're gonna have a couple of good. This is gonna be like a 03 type draft. It's a really good draft class. Second year in a row, you got a good draft class. It's crazy.
Yeah, it will be good. Yep.
Man, we gotta before. Yeah, go ahead, Steve.
I was gonna say we gotta start. We're me and Dar were talking about, but we gotta start like hyping
we
up
gotta
some
get a schedule.
debates.
We gotta get a schedule. We gotta do like I said. I want to start up debunk, bro, because a lot of shit I'm saying is good for a debunk type. I want to start that back. I keep telling these guys, man, if y'all just go on 30 minutes and just say what y'all got to say, man, that would be great. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, man. I mean, the TikTok. The problem with TikTok is it's so easy to go live. Like, all you got to do is just hit live and put a prompt up there. Next thing you know, you got people just pulling up to you. So it's easier to get shit started. That's why Lamont kind of does. I actually followed him over there. You know what I mean? Because we meet him at 93's Day. We talked the day Gilbert got arrested last summer, and he let us know that he was. So I was like, all right, let me check out this TikTok shit. And that's the problem. It's very easy to set up a live. Like, I set this live up in 10 minutes myself, but you still gotta, like, you know what I mean? Like, to get an audience is kind of harder. Easier to get an audience on TikTok. And yeah, you can take your TikTok lives and then bring it over to YouTube and just premiere it. So there's a lot of ways to do it and get this content out. But yeah, man, I be wanting to talk, man. I was just itching. I'm like, bro, I got a lot of shit to say. So I was like, shit, bro, I can't. With the kid, it's hard to get, it's hard, like, he don't sleep like that. And then as soon as my place is so small, as soon as he hear me talking, he's just gonna be up and yeah, daddy. So that's why I'm not going live as much as I can. But now I'm just chilling in the car. I even ordered my food from Texas Chicken. And yeah, man. So I'm gonna try to do this more, bro, because I'm paying for the StreamYard and fucking not doing nothing with it, man.
Exactly.
So,
we will, man. We're gonna get it together so we can keep exposing these clowns and debate them live.
And listen, not just the ones on YouTube, the motherfuckers in the like Vincent Goodwill. It's not a participant just because the Knicks won it. Now you want to talk about being a participant trophy. Look, me and JB been talking about this since the beginning of the decade. We say it's gonna be hard. We saw what the rules were coming in with the. I didn't even know nothing about the person, but I knew that the owners were doing something. They were clapping back against the Kevin Durant's, the fucking LeBrons, and everybody. Kevin Durant went to the Brooklyn Nets and said, "We don't need a coach." That's when motherfuckers said, "Okay, yeah, we got to get this under wraps." Like, yeah, I understand this super team because, mind you, think about it. All the super teams since then have been garbage. The Clippers were a disappointment. Fucking Phoenix was a disaster. When the Lakers tried it that 1 year, the 2 times with the 1 year with the bubble, but when they tried it with the Westbrook shit, that was a disaster. Then when Phoenix, the Brooklyn Nets won one fucking playoff series. Come on, man. And then Kevin Durant, right? You can sit there and say Houston. Kevin Durant has failed on 3 different super teams. But
is he going to be back next year?
I don't, bro. I heard they want him out of there. So, yo, again, that's what I'm saying. This is gonna be a hot summer. Already, we got two breaking trade. We got. In my opinion, the two best true power forwards in the game has just got traded tonight. And I think, unless you tell me, see, I don't think Paolo is a true power forward. I think he's a small forward that plays the position. I'm
Wait,
just
wait, wait. Where'd he go?
so no, I'm just saying Julius Randle went to the Nets, and what's the name? But I'm saying two best true power forwards. I don't think a lot of these guys. I think the guys are small forwards who are a little bit bigger. Like even OG Anunoby is not a power forward. He only moved over to power forward because we traded Randle. You know what I mean? So the best true power forward, true lunch pail, good rebounders, play bully ball in the paint. The best two power forwards got traded today. One to the Nets, and like I said, I think he's going to get bought out. I would go to Dallas if I'm him. He's exactly what Dallas needs. He's also exactly what Detroit needs. Maybe even Portland. So, there's a lot of options for Randall. I seriously doubt the Nets are going to keep him. I can't wait to see what Evan Roberts, the most famous Net fan on the planet, has to say about it. Evan Roberts from WFAN.
Question though, man. Do we get a repeat finally next year? These Knicks viewers.
Listen, yes. Yeah, no, I mean, I think the Knicks got a very good chance. Like, the funny thing about it is, all the teams that won championships had a very good chance of repeating. The thing is, here's the thing. It's always been hard to repeat, guys.
It's hard to repeat.
It's
Hard to do.
like it really is. It was hard for the Bulls to repeat. People act like this shit it was hard for the Lakers to go three back to back to back.
Shout out to Kobe, nigga. Shout out to Kobe, nigga.
It was hard. This is what I was saying. Me, JB, and Hawk was saying at the beginning of the show. Like people, because we saw those repeats, they think it was just fucking easy. No, it was not. No, you need a lot of things to drop the right way.
Yeah, what he didn't say it was easy. Dumb.
Yeah. The reason why, even LeBron's repeat, that was not an easy thing. They had to go through the fucking what's the name that second year. I'm sorry. The second year they had to go through, and they had to get a lot of luck too. They had to go to the Spurs, and they needed Greg Popovich to take fucking Tim Duncan out and to get a stop and rebound thing. And you get a stop twice, and you take your best rebounder off the fucking court. That's what they need. They needed Kawhi Leonard to see a lot of things. We was talking about Jerry West, right? How he could have had 5 more rings if a couple of balls dropped. Yo, it's not easy. It's not easy. Bill Russell's 11. It was not fucking easy. Shout out to Chaz. Chaz Too Loud on TikTok. He was saying it too. Yo, everybody said, people kept doubting the Celtics. Oh, they're not going to do it again. 8 straight fucking times. And you know why they did it 8 times? Because they made the plays necessary when it needed to do. They just had a knack for making big plays. Championships are never granted, guys. They're not.
Yep.
But yeah, man, but just like Paul said, I'm not making any predictions. But right now, we gotta make the right move. That's the thing. You gotta make the right moves. See, the reason why it's so hard to repeat in this era, because and Vincent Goodwill did hit on this. It's hard to keep your teams together. So it's legislated that way through the paper. But yes, when the money is getting up to the point where niggas are gonna make $75 million a year, I'm telling you, by the end of this decade, I think Wemby will be the first $100 million a year player. You have to put a hard cap. The NBA never had a hard cap because of the Larry Bird exception.
It will have to.
Yeah,
right? Like you're gonna. It's just because it's gonna be insane.
You don't want teams with $400 and $500 million payrolls. So you had to put a hard cap, and it's not even a hard cap like football. See, football, you can technically go over the salary cap in football, right? In the NFL, you can go over the salary cap. The problem is, for every dollar you spend, I think it's like fucking $1,000. Like you're heavily penalized. So obviously, owner wants to pay a heavily over the cap. Like he doesn't want to pay that cap penalty. Therefore, that's why they have it where you cut players. So the NBA would have said the league the salaries are guaranteed, or unless you write in a contract where it's partially guaranteed, you have to, so that's their way of saying, okay, yeah, We don't need Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry, LeBron James, and fucking what's the name, all on the same team where the Golden State Warriors are going to pay $575 million in payroll to make it happen because all of them, none of them are going to take pay. That's why they came up with the first and second apron. And as a result of that, this is what you have. Did I explain it better than these fuckers on TV? Jesus
Yeah, pretty
Christ,
much.
bro. Jesus Christ. It's like you have this apron, but you're not explaining to your audience why. That's why I hate. That's why, bro. Look, Lamar's an asshole. But and deep in my heart, I think he wants to be a good guy, but he's just a fucking low. He's just a low cunning moron. And like I said, he's smart enough to actually teach people something about the game, but he refuses to fucking do it. And he's one of these fucking grifters. Tell him I said it. Please, somebody tell him I said it.
Oh, dude, it's
He's
just
one of these
because
grifters.
he's
Yeah.
waist deep in that LeBron spunk, dude. Like he
Oh,
can't.
Jesus Christ. As you know, like I said, shout out to the podcasters who get paid to slander Jordan all fucking day.
Oh, yeah,
Meanwhile,
it's
Jordan's sitting up with his fucking billions, kicking back. Is it's going to turn to 4 billion, 5 billion soon? Like, come on, man. The man owns
Jordan
now.
doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck. You notice nobody, but see, me and all of it, Scap Attack, shout out to all these cats, right?
Scap's
You know
doing the
what I mean?
Lord's work, dude. So is
Yo, I
because
need because I know Dart had Dart like yo, well, come on, man, get Scap to come on one of our shows, man. Like
I
we
sent
need
him an
shows.
email a couple times, and he's like, "Oh, dude, I want to collab with people like in June or July."
Yeah, let's see, man. Not because he's got, again, and I know he's getting up there, he's getting a little Hollywood. They get him on it. What's in but bro, I've said this, man. The Avengers need to avenge because we need the nasty Kobe slander. See, like I said, Vanessa ain't going on. I defend the truth. I see all of this shit going on. I see the dumb bad takes. It makes my ears perk. But when I'm sitting there watching these idiots say that they didn't use defensive rating. Yes, you're right. They didn't use defensive rating. But defensive rating is the better way of accurately measuring who is the best defense, motherfucker. How could you tell me defensive rating is an accurate way to measure defense today? But the same defensive rating, the same formula, which they didn't use, they didn't figure it out. But you can literally go to any team from 1982, 1981. I said, go ahead, look up the San Diego Clippers of 1982. They have a defensive rating. They have an offensive rating. They just didn't use the term in the 80s and 90s because no one decided, oh, let's adjust this for pace. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Dude, I've been out here defending Kobe lately. Like, you remember
Hey,
how when
shout
I
out to the
debated
real
Lamar's?
Siberians, man. He passed all of us up, man. Shout out to Siberians, bro. Yeah, shout out to the real Siberians, AOH, all you cats, man. Like I said, man, everybody got their little pocket, whatever. We're truth defenders. We speak our stories, man. I'm telling you, there's too many dumb motherfuckers. I'm sorry, yo. Bro, do you ever just go on TikTok and just listen to these lives and just like, my God, these people are so fucking stupid.
Dude, we did the live on about Bob Cousy on a Saturday. Dude, that
Oh,
was
I
I
can
I I
imagine.
knew YouTube was like the audience was retarded, but the TikTok audience is just zero
And
IQ.
no matter how much facts you cut, see, here's what happens on TikTok. You can sit there and just give them all the facts, and it literally,
Yeah,
and then they're like, no, they're so preconceived. Well, these motherfuckers were plumbers, and oh my,
dude, it was wild. I never even knew, man. Like,
yeah, man.
it's
Yo,
all right, man. We
trust
gotta
me.
expose them all.
This is me and Hawks Avenue. Hawk will go and sit in a good live, and he'll hold court. Like he'll sit in Emperor's live. He'll go in All Balls live. He'll go in even King Money Fly. That's another. He's cool.
Nah, hey,
But
he kicked me out, bro.
yeah, I know because I guarantee you he kicks you out.
Yeah, he kicked me out.
He probably kicked you out when he had One Boy in the. Oh my God, One Boy.
Oh, gross.
I love what I first of all, one boy blocked me,
I
right?
was,
Of course he didn't.
Huh?
they were trying to,
Yo,
they were they were trying
you
to say
breaking
that it was
you
more.
breaking up, Hawk.
Oh
Hawk, get
shit!
your bounce, refresh your browser. You'll probably work it out when you do that.
Gentlemen. Well, fellas, my phone is losing charge here, but I had to give shout out to my boy Ro, man. Congratulations to the New York Knicks. Like I say, y'all deserve it, man. Y'all been
Appreciate it. Appreciate it, man.
y'all been rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling every year, and they finally broke through. And Jalen Brunson is that guy, and total team effort. This what makes the NBA great. When you see a team like the Knicks break through, man, and Mike Brown, who's been much maligned over his coaching career, now he coming out, man, looking like roses. And it's just, I think what's going on in this decade, it's a lot of poetic justice. It's a lot of past narratives being broken and proven untrue.
Yes,
And
sir.
we breaking free from this hex, man, that is, sabotaged the league over the past decade, man.
Yes,
And
sir. Yes, sir.
hopefully fans of that guy understand, because more than likely, once we pull back the history and really break down and peak game as to what went down this past decade, I could see some asterisks being pulled out and being stamped on this super team era, and we can finally move on from this hex. And whoever wins it, as long as it's fair and square.
For sure. But yeah, man, like I said, man, we fighting a good fight over here, bro. I know we all got personal things going on. I know we kind of fell off, but yeah,
It's all right,
man.
man. Avengers United. Let's come back big,
Tell
dude.
you,
It'll be fun.
listen, I kind of look at myself as the Doctor Strange. Like I'm the
Yo,
chronicler. I'm the guy that
Doctor Strange is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, yo, come on, man. We got
I'll be
a
Hawkeye.
T'Challa up here. We got a Cap. You know what I mean? Like, no, we really, everybody. I know when Dart losing this, because again, you had a nice little thing on, but Dart losing that first channel, it really kind of like fucked him
That
up.
sucked.
Yeah, it did. It really did. You know what I mean? And it broke up the whole. So everybody was like, "Oh, it's because you got." And I know that's what happened. You got the heat on you. The YouTube is just on some bitch shit, and it's just like, yeah. I mean, at some point, I guess make backup channels or whatever. But YouTube was on some crazy shit. I think they've
What
kind
happens
of
when you're exposing all the LeBronos, dude? Like they don't take it well.
and trust me, like I said, I have a feeling that I know that. Like I said, they're the evil empire. They really want. They're out there to slander Jordan. They're out there to push bullshit, and they're really making the masses dumber. It's funny when he doesn't talk about LeBron James. Nick Wright actually can talk basketball. Like he said some really good shit about my Knicks, even when he's a good forecaster, but he's paid by LeBron to be a fucking shill.
Now,
Of course.
as long as he's not talking about Jordan, LeBron, or Kobe, he's good money.
Facts. Kobe's
Outside of
getting
them, he's
dragged
good.
through the streets, and I'm
Yep, and that's the thing. I said, look, the GOAT debate so much fucking bores me. It's literally like, bro,
Yeah.
I couldn't do it, bro. I haven't been in them TikTok live for a minute because I'm like, while my Knicks are playing, I am not talking LeBron and fucking versus Kobe and Jordan to 6 o'clock in the fucking morning while my Knicks are literally winning a championship, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Hey, in the beginning of the season, I said it was going to be Denver and the Knicks. I was wrong. I was halfway right.
That was my final two, bro. I said the Knicks were gonna be Denver in 5 games or shit, 5 or 6.
Hey,
Yeah.
But look,
I had
bro,
the Knicks
I
all
told
night.
you at the end of the season that Denver wasn't.
Everybody.
I told you Denver wasn't. All right.
All right, y'all.
I told y'all Denver wasn't a contender, bro.
It looks like that. They need a couple more pieces.
They were a contender. They just were missed. They had a bad matchup. You know what I'm saying? They had a bad matchup with Minnesota. I mean, you're right. You're right. Look, Joker was bad, and Joker
was bad.
This is bad. Joker, look, Scab Attack, please admit. Joker was not
Dude, he
good.
was pissed. He got robbed a second straight year out of MVP. What do you want?
Yeah, I mean, he could have got MVP. I actually think Wemby was MVP. It's funny because Wemby was a fucking douche in the
I said
finals.
Wemby was MVP too.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, look,
honestly, nobody expected the
here's
Spurs
his
to be
case.
that good.
Yeah, here's
I
the case.
did. I
They
did.
go from what 33 wins. What were they win last year? 31 wins or 32 wins to 60 to
Something like that.
62.
Yeah, that's some Larry
Hey,
Bird shit, dude.
we
Like,
need to go back and review the fucking the show that we had at the beginning of the season and who was right about what.
Bro, I already know. Look, if I had the balls to go bet these over unders, I did the whole over under. Remember I did the over under show?
yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I guarantee you at least 25 of my 30 picks hit. Now the Knicks were one of them that did because I had the Knicks. But hold on, the Knicks number was 53 and a half. I think we were a half a game under. So that's what the Knicks. That's what's funny. Because when I was betting on Kelsey, I was betting Knicks games, and I just I fucking lost all my money. I was like, bro, I can't do this. But if I'd have bet the Knicks, if I'd have just bet $50 every fucking game after the Atlanta Hawks game, bro, I'd fucking have like 2 G's right now, bro.
Yeah.
That's
But
well, you didn't do it because
I can't. But that's the thing, bro. I can't. I can't bet. See, I have to bet against. See, I have to bet with teams I don't care about because sitting there, bro, my
Oh,
blood
you want to
pressure.
jinx it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like that's why I realized, it's like, bro, because we were like I bet the Knicks against like Washington.
Bro, as soon as Cleveland traded Darius Garland and fucking picked up Choker Harden, I was like, Knicks are coming out of the East.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
don't
what
know why
happened.
people were still saying that the Cavs going to the finals after that shit.
Hell no.
I was here, y'all. Do y'all know who the fuck James Harden is? Ain't no fucking way they going to the finals.
Bullshit. I was like,
Dude,
Harden.
Nah,
Brunson exposed
that ain't
man
even
so
it
hard.
though, bro. That's not even it. These motherfuckers still don't think that James Harden's a fucking choker for some reason.
It's not. You know what? That's not even it. That's not it. Cleveland needed a dog, and what they got was another gun. Now that other gun was good enough to beat Detroit, who have all dogs and no guns. See, guns are going to be dogs and a dog, but you have to have the guns and dogs. You can't. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know it's a bad
That
analogy.
motherfucker is a fucking alley cat. Dog my ass.
But okay. So that's what I'm saying. Cleveland needs a lunch pit. They need a guy. They need look. Again, I was
They
talking
just
about
got to stick
Alvarado.
Brunson. And
I know what you mean, but I'm just not letting that shit fly. I don't know what the fuck he is.
I get it.
Neither one of them. He ain't no dog or no damn gun.
You see, this is the thing, right? This is the thing, and it's so like the way these guys understand great teams is they think they need X amount of superstars. They're not understanding the Showtime Lakers, cool, Haywood, like the guys that did the dirty work were able to let Magic and Kareem live. The guys that took the pressure, they took some of the beatings, like you can't have a I know they said, well, they had Worthy. Again, number one, they developed together, right? So Worthy came there as a rookie. He was already a fucking pro's pro. So he fit in with a guy like Magic Johnson who could just fucking make everybody. This is why I tell you, be perfect. This is why Magic is so high up for me. There's no excuses about
I'm not mad at it, man. I used to be mad at it, but I'm not mad at it anymore.
But this is what I'm saying. When I look at Magic, he could have went on the Kansas City Kings with Reggie Fields, and they would have been in a fucking conference finals minimum every fucking year. That's the difference. LeBron is different where he has to play this style. Magic could have played with. He played with another point guard and Norm Nixon, Debbie Allen's husband. Okay, like he played with another point guard for 4 fucking years. And they won 2 championships. He could unlock whatever a team needed. Magic was no scorer. If they needed Magic to score 50, he could score 50. Trust me. If they needed him to score 45, he could score 45.
Where you got him ranked at, bro?
I got him ranked in my top 5. Now, hold on. I didn't say this, right? LeBron James, and I want your boys, B. Lee and King John and all of them to know this, that I said this. I officially dropped LeBron James to 9th on my all-time list. Keem Olajuwon was now 8th. And I'm gonna tell you why. Can I tell you why?
Absolutely.
It just hit me when I was debating. When I was talking, I wasn't debating. I was talking with Chad today, right? LeBron caused D Wade a 3-peat. He was so ass in that series that he cost D Wade was fucking amazing. He was at his peak, and all he needed was LeBron to play like B minus LeBron. LeBron played like B minus LeBron. The numbers don't even tell you how bad LeBron was in the 2011 final. Right?
I moved him to number 3, so
Okay, good. But let's go even further. Kyrie should have been MVP of the 2016 final.
that's true.
Kyrie should have been MVP. Chaz, shout out to Chaz, bro. That brother watches film. Watch the film and inside the comic book and all them fucking dummies. They watch film. They watch games that they want to watch. Chaz really breaks it down, bro. Chaz really. So he's basically telling me, and I saw this as well. But Kyrie was pretty much the leading scorer of the Cavs that year outside of one game. And we also looked at it this way, right? Not only did Kyrie make pretty much all of the big shots, Kyrie also was playing unbelievable defense against the combination of Klay Thompson and Curry. Well, both of those guys, the best backcourt in the league, played to a drop. J.R. Smith
Who the fuck was
some
LeBron
credit.
guarding? No one.
He was guarding Draymond Green, who actually went off the game. You see,
he was roaming and doing that elite roaming.
Yeah, and we saw what happened when he had to stand up against Durant the next 2 years.
Yes, there was one game.
Roaming.
There was one game where LeBron basically, I think Kyrie scores 20 and he scored like 40 something. And it was like, I think it was the one that Draymond was out. It was like LeBron was sitting there. The way, basically he took it. First of all, you're taking advantage of no Draymond Green. And you're outscoring Kyrie. Again, I know the PRA merchants, because that's what LeBron James is, the PRA Nazis. I'm going to tell you how it is more points rebound. The key plays, the like that 41 points, 17 out of 24 shots, 71% from the field. That performance was the greatest individual performance. And and obviously every game after game 5 is a pivotal game, right? It's a must win for the for the Cavs. Yeah. That performance was the performance of the finals, in addition to his defense. So it's like, okay, but he takes all the credit. Without Kyrie, because again, they like to play the without game. Without Kyrie, they don't win that finals. And we see, hold on, here's another thing. Kyrie Irving was more of a benefit to LeBron in his game and his numbers than vice versa. Because we've seen when Kyrie Irving went down, LeBron shoots 36% to that series against the Warriors in 2015. Without Kyrie, he doesn't. Bro, again, in addition to you, basically, like I said, you cost him a 3-peat. What was the other factor? It's like, basically doing what he did to because AD led them in everything but assists. Every playoff round and the entire regular season, and then you go and usurp him and get the final. Against the worst team you played in the playoffs, right?
You led the playoffs in win shares and points.
So what I'm gonna say, because a lot of people, I know I'm contradicting myself because I don't like to play the woulda shoulda game. But LeBron is this close to being 2-8 in the finals, right? Since y'all played Jordan never did nothing without Pippen game. He's this close to being 2-8 in the finals. Well, guess what? That's 2-8. If I'm going to play the woulda shoulda game and actually look at it, because again, they already played a woulda shoulda game. The Lakers, if Kyrie never got hurt, they would have been. No, the Warriors were a better team than the all 4 years. It took a monumental performance by Kyrie Irving for them to win that one championship. But yet LeBron James soaks up all the credit. He soaks up all the credit. Like it was like Kyrie wasn't there. When you look at the performances, when you look at the defense he played, he guarded Steph Curry to be unanimous MVP to a drop, and Klay Thompson to even worse drop when he was on him. There wasn't wing players. LeBron was the wing. He was not playing Curry and Klay. I promise you he wasn't. Go and find me any sequence where LeBron is guarding Curry Klay. It was Curry and what's his name guarding the Splash Brothers, and they both played to a monumental drop. Okay, so but did you? Oh, you are again, you are a fraud. You are a PRA merchant who, because you can have great numbers, who in your impact. I'm not saying he doesn't have impact on winning. Obviously, he does, but it's very overstated. It's not. It's not what you think it is. It's
Yeah,
not
I
what you think
agree.
it is. And so, guess what? Hakeem Olajuwon, who really went back to back. When you go and look who he had to play, he had to play 4 road series. He had to play Shaq. He had to play Malone.
Yeah,
Bro,
to the Rebels.
come on, come on. Oh, when I see he's the best, second best defender, the best defender I've ever seen. Yes, right now, Wemby, give me Wemby a 5 or 6 more years, because Wemby is an amazing defender. He has his weak points. Obviously, you bring him out to the perimeter as the Knicks exposed, you can drive by him like crazy. But his defensive impact, Wemby's defensive impact, is just something I've never seen. But Hakeem Olajuwon for that period of time was the best defender I've ever seen. So you had that, like, right? He's the all-time leading shot blocker. All-time leading shot blocks. But he has one of the big 5 stats, right? If you believe his 5 stats, Hakeem Olajuwon has one of them. LeBron has one of them,
Yeah.
and only one of them. John Stockton has 2 of them, and obviously Will has the other. Oh, who has steals? Who has steals? It was
Stockton.
not who?
I Stockton too.
Stockton,
John
yeah.
Stockton.
Oh, you're Stockton. You're right. So Sue, yeah. So and Will
Stockton
has.
goat.
See, that's what I'm saying. If you look at that, if every stat matters, right? And Stockton has it when no one will. Like Wemby might. It's gonna take a lot, but Wemby might get Hakeem and block. He might. It's gonna take a lot though. He's gonna take a lot of help. He's gonna have to be healthy year in and out.
Nah, I
You know
think
what
he
I'm saying?
getting those. I think he getting those.
Here's the problem, right? Wemby gets 3 or 4 blocks
Yeah.
a game. You
Yeah,
gotta
it's
remember.
really just if he's healthy.
You gotta remember back in those days, Hakeem would get 4.4, 4.5. Patrick Ewing got
Much
had a
lower
season
pace.
where he was 4.2. Mark Eaton has the record for 5.67 blocks a game in one particular season. Like,
yeah, I think he has the record per game period.
yeah, Wemby is getting a lot of blocks. The problem is, and I know it's harder to block shots in this era, but he's gonna have to play 20 seasons, and he's gonna have to play at least 75 games every season.
If he can play like 65 games a year, he'll do it easy.
Yeah.
But he has to be consistent. Like, no more missing at every game. No more missing the whole season after the All-Star break. Like, he's gonna, because when you look, King's number is about 4,000, and it's funny because if you take the first 5 years of Kareem, I know y'all did this in the debate. Kareem probably would be up to 2. He probably would be number 1, maybe number 2. But yeah, so Wemby catch it, but he's gonna have to stay healthy, because the way I'm looking at it, you get 200. Let's put it this way: you block 3.5 shots, you play 70 games, right? And then you got to do that every year. Well, numbers wise, that's 235. That means if the number is 4,000, you have to play about 15, 16 years. And you have to get this every year consistently. Maybe have one season where you're like at 400. 235. You know what I'm saying? It's like LeBron, right? LeBron has 23 years where he's never scored 2,500. A lot of people have scored 2,500. LeBron's high number is 2,200, but he has 23 years of 2,000. That's why he's the number 1 scorer. He's the number 1 all-time. It's like Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron never hit 50 home runs, yet he's the all-time legal, no steroids involved, home run king, but he never hit 50. A lot of guys hit 50 who didn't have the longevity that Hank Aaron. And that's what LeBron pretty much is as far as scoring. We know he's not the greatest scorer. It's not even close. Like, LeBron's not the greatest scorer of his era. He has 1 fucking scoring title, guys. 1.
Yeah.
Steph Curry won. That's the other thing. Steph Curry has been better since 2014 than LeBron. That's 12 fucking years. That's half of LeBron's career. Steph Curry is, and I'm not saying every season, but if you take the totality of the 12 years, Steph Curry has been a better player. He's accomplished more and done more, is won more than over the last 12 years. The only thing that puts LeBron ahead of him is the fact that he has the first 12 years, like 6 of them before Curry came into the league, where he was undoubtedly better. But yeah, But yeah, he's number 9. He's number 9. He's number 9, and I might, because since he got swept the fourth time in his career, and all in 7-game series. Because
That was hilarious.
the one reason why I drive Shaq to 10 is because the sweeps thing does getting swept so many times, but then also part of it is yes, you let your conditioning go to shit. Now LeBron's let his conditioning, but the thing that I'm texting LeBron is he really bro. He fucked up Dwayne Wade's transfer for 3P. Where's Dwayne Wade in the all-time list if he has 4 championships and not 3? He's ahead of Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
I got him ahead Kevin Durant anyway.
I got you. I ain't mad at you. But bro, the difference and it's you are in position. You have to play a B- final, and you probably win. But you play like you, and that's the thing about LeBron. See, that's the next thing. If I ever really had a chance to really because I don't have a criteria, I have a process. And see, this is what when Low comes on with me and all that. They try to test me. It's not, I don't have a criteria. I have a process, and it winds up becoming, because I think all of these guys are great, how do I separate? So it becomes a series of one-on-one debates in my head. And it's like, I value this, and I value that, and I value this, and I value this. Look, Wilt Chamberlain is higher on my list, not because he won more than Tim Duncan, because he was a better fucking basketball player. Like, he just was a superior talent. Duncan was an amazing talent. I know I have a lot of regard for Duncan. If I'm looking at them, I don't think Tim Duncan would have done anything with a prime Wilt Chamberlain. I just it just wasn't good enough. Now he was great.
Nah.
Yeah, who's guarding a prime Wilt? Nobody.
And that's the thing. So that's why Wilt becomes that. That's why Wilt becomes that outlier. But when Lowe was trying to, I'm like, bro, first of all, you have to understand, and that's what I was trying to explain. It's like I can't judge Wilt and his success. You don't have free agency. I'm explaining this to Lowe. There's no free agent. You're locked in with the team you are. You have to fulfill your contract. It's not a 7-year contract. You have to play 7 years. You don't have the ability to say, well, you do have a right to say, trade me or I'm going to retire, or do this. Like, that's the one thing but you don't have free agency. Like, you're not going to get the high. All you can do is trade for a guy that's already under contract. And that's the difference between trying to judge Wilt from his era and judging to this. It's like right off the bat, it's not the same league. In addition to the other rules, the rules situation, everything else, the fact of the matter is, if you're in a spot like Wilt, where you lost your best team because your franchise relocated, you lost your best teammates. You don't get them back unless you get somebody in a territorial draft, which there was nobody that came in. So he had to get himself back to Philly so he can be on a true contender again. And when he did it, Philadelphia is one of the greatest teams of all fucking time. And then the Lakers in 72, one of the greatest teams of all time. I still think they're the GOAT team. Because to me, winning that 33 games in a row, when 4 of them against Kareem and his Bucks. Again, I'm trying to explain to them, right? Oh, you have to play Kareem 6 to 8 times. You have to play the Celtics with Dave Cowens in them 6, or even in the other conference, you have to play them 4 times. And then you have to fly across. You think they will find commercial charter with fucking? You think they will find commercial fucking bro? It's the whole like they don't get it. Again, what can I tell you, man? What can I tell you? Yeah, I do think the Lakers had 33 wins in a row, bro. I think 72 Lakers is. When I always looked at it still drops my jaw. They won 33, and then when I contextualize it and realize you're playing the Knicks with Willis Reed and Clyde Frazier and them so many times, it's not. Put it this way: there's no fucking 16-win. Tanking Indiana Pacers or a fucking terrible team like Sacramento in the league. Yeah, they were Cincinnati Royals at the time, right? But they weren't that bad. Every team had Hall of Famers. That's why, I mean, that's just kind of why, and again, that brings up Jerry West and his case, right? the Jerry West versus Steph Curry debate, I know Dart would be interested in this shit too. The Oscar Robertson versus Steph Curry debate. Curry, who I get why people say he's better than LeBron. I get why Chaz. I don't agree with Chaz. I get where he's coming from. I really understand where he's coming from. And yeah, I mean, bro, he's been better since 2014, and that's 12 fucking years. He's accomplished more defensively. He's led the league in steals twice. LeBron hasn't. LeBron
Dude, one of the reasons
single.
why.
Yeah.
I said one of the reasons.
Go ahead.
So one of the reasons why I recently moved him down on my list to 3 was behind Mike and Kareem was dude, and yeah, RIP, miss the hell out of your guy CW, but I went back and watched one of his and I debates, and it was who had the bigger meltdown. He picked 73 Kareem. I picked 08 LeBron.
I judged that one, didn't I? Too.
No, you did not judge that one. It was
I didn't judge
John.
That one, but I watched it for sure. Yeah,
John and Herm judged that one, but yeah, it was a great debate, a fantastic debate, and yeah, that was really fun. And then like I watched that one again, I was like, damn, I made some great points out about LeBron, and he has been a perpetual choker a lot of this time.
Yo, I'm telling, bro. Look, man. I don't know, man. Like you know what we got to do, bro? We got to pay some of these Filipino editors like LeBron has, right? We got to outsource to the Philippines.
Oh, we will, man. We're gonna get some editors.
No, because I'm telling you, tell Dart this, man. I'll tell Dart this, bro. The shit that we've really had some good fucking content, bro. We really have. It's like, yeah, we're screaming in the MP forest, but yo, we really had some really good shows, man. And it's just like, man, if we clip some of our high points, bro, because our takes have aged well. Like, we really, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. I understand what drives the algorithm, LeBron versus Joe. But even our perspective on that is really, really better than what you see on TV, man.
Oh yeah, can you imagine if like we were doing a lot of these like your shit and a lot of like the like when you were on like Lights Out, like we were doing that shit like on TikTok and had like better like hyping up, we would have been what we can do like right now would have been a lot better. But you know we're learning from our mistakes. So
yeah, man, yeah, for sure, man. And like I said, it's just, hey, man, look, I just do it. I click live and I just fucking go off the dome, man. And that was my idea for the show. Like I said, I was telling them how me and CW used to rock. I got an idea. I want to say so. I want to talk about this tonight. CW set up the live. All I gotta do is once he clicked live, and because I didn't know how to click live from my phone. Now I know. And the thing is, I didn't have the admin password. I didn't have the admin account. Now I do.
Sure.
And so how many nights did he stay up? Like fucking waiting for me to finish, bro. Like it's crazy. But yeah, that dynamic, and I'm telling these brothers, man, yo, y'all got something to say? Just let me know. I'll set up a live, just even speak for 30 minutes or an hour and just get your shit on pause and then just, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, like I'm gonna try to do this semi-regular. I'm gonna try to, maybe on some Saturdays or Saturday evenings or whatever, like just take this time to let's do the show. Let's get the content out.
Saturdays we've been doing it. But just a couple times I think that's like what's gonna work better for him. But yeah, if you're available, I will definitely hit you up with everything.
Yeah, so just let me know. Again, you know me. I was always the one to say yes until I couldn't no more. I'm like, damn, I got so much. Yeah, man, I got shit going on. The kid is like, yeah, he's fucking boy. And again, when he gets 3, he starts talking. I can communicate with him more because he's just all go, bro. My son is all go, and you have to keep eyes on him. And it's like if he hears me talking, he won't go to sleep. That's just the way it is. So it's like, yeah. But yeah, next year he'll be in school as well. So we'll get him on a better schedule and I can come up. Bro,
nice.
in this summer with everything going on, oh trust me, like tonight, draft tomorrow. You already got 2 blockbusters. Like it's gonna be a lot of shit going on. This summer is a very important one to the NBA. So it's gonna be a lot of shit to talk about. gonna be a lot of content to be able to push, and I don't want to miss out no more. But man, I really wish I was going live. I did, I did went to live twice with Zay during the finals and all that, but I really wish that I was. That there was so much shit, and bro, it's like I've been proven right on so many fucking things, bro. Like I know. You know what I mean? But this is the thing, man. It's like, bro, I'll never forget when we did a live. We was talking about OKC's, how they had to lock up their future. And then, motherfucker, they signed all three of their big three that fucking week, bro. I'm like, we just talked about this. Yeah, man. But all
Yeah,
right,
man.
bro. Yo, pause. You already. I mean, pause. Shout out to Paul. Shout out to Cottage. Shout out to Woodage. All my guys. I'm glad. Garth. Everybody that showed up tonight. In the comments. I know you guys been waiting for me to do this show again. Shout out to Hawk, man. You know what I'm saying. My partner. Shout out to JB. Anybody can pull up, man. Yo, we just got to get this going, man.
And make sure
For
we add
sure.
each other on JB or other add everyone on TikTok too, because that's where we're gonna be
Yeah, I
pretty
keep
much getting
telling.
the
So
Lord's work done.
Paul's is on TikTok. I'm sure you can find him, and I'm sure you can find him. Just follow him. That's how easy it is
Okay.
with TikTok too, right? You can anybody you follow when they follow you, you can see what
Yeah,
live they're in and just jump in
that's
it. That's
it.
what makes it so easy. But JB,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gotta get JB on. See, JB is an old guy, right? He ain't that old, but JB is like, I'll keep saying, go on TikTok, bro. You would be perfect on TikTok because your soliloquies, you can sit there and do your whole live. Don't let nobody up. Just make everybody listen. And then like the shit you saying gonna trigger motherfuckers. And then they go and you just going, you know what I mean? But yeah, I gotta get JB. I gotta make one for this motherfucker. And just like, bro, here, put this on your phone, man. Like but yeah, for sure.
All right, peace out, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Peace out, yo, salute.
All
See,
right, man.
I told you I'd be going live, Hawk, man. I just had to do it. I had to come
God damn,
up.
it took us fucking 2 months. God damn it.
And the last time I did a live was three months ago. No, I did the
Well,
one
shit.
when we played OKC, right? I did the one when we played OKC, and I kind of did the play-by-play. Other than that, I did
Right.
one Sunday when I was driving. I said, "Let me just speak about this." Other than that, bro, I did 5 lives since I took over this fucking StreamYard account, bro, and it's 44
Yeah, I know.
fucking. That's $44.99 a month to do 5 fucking lives, bro. To make this shit work, you gotta at least be doing. And again, I ain't making a but bro, when I see All Ball and them, All Ball TV and them, fucking like, bro, they what they getting in super, they be getting $500 super chats and shit like that, man. Shout out to Timothy Miller because he donated, he donated to my Cash App. I'm not monetized yet. I'm trying to figure out what I need to do to get monetized, and I'm getting slowly.
We gotta be consistent, baby.
That's what it is. That's what it is. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's it's going. Look, bro. It took All Ball them 5 years to get to where they are now. You know what I'm saying? So just be persistent and believe in what you're doing. Like I said, I was nervous, bro. Can I do this? Can I? And as soon as you get to talking, that's when it's just start. You know what I mean? And that's how the
Yeah.
show's gonna be, man. That's how the show's gonna be. So I really
I got
appreciate all y'all, man. Like I said, it's always an honor and a privilege to be able to talk on YouTube. Shout out to the late great CW for inspiring us for doing this shit, man. And I'm sorry I had to beat your Spurs, but I was just thinking about having the whole finals
Oh
too, bro. Like
yeah.
he
I
would
just
have
thought
been,
about that shit. That shit is crazy. He would
yo,
have
he
been
would have,
hot.
yeah, he would have been. He would have enjoyed getting there because I don't think none of us had them. None of us had the Spurs going. We knew they would be much better.
Bullshit. I told you that. Remember, I told you at Wimby was gonna have him in a deep playoff run. I told you that he
Hold
was
up,
gonna be MVP
hold up.
and
Look
decoy.
Hey, look at this Detroit Pistons fans who stays in my car. This Detroit Pistons fan. Now, first of all, fuck all you Detroit Pistons fans. Because y'all, what meant, bro, they were talking, bro, this thing even had Carcino put up a chat, is road broke. Well, I ain't rich, but goddamn it, I pay my motherfucking bills, okay? But this nigga, first of all, tried to ass bet. He tried to renege on the fucking bet after the fucking Pistons. First of all, it was a stupid bet. You trying to bet Knicks versus Pistons, and you ain't even get to the fucking series yet. Now I knew we was sweeping fucking Philly, but I'm like, bro, I'm gonna send $500 of my money to Carcino, and if the Pistons lose and the Knicks win, I don't get nothing. So my money is just sitting there in escrow. No, I ain't got it like that, bro. So he was
Astros
talking
crazy.
wild shit. And
Nah,
then
we
this
good.
nigga tried to renege on the bet. After they lost game 5, I believe, or whatever, one of them games they lost. Oh, give me my money back, Cino. The nigga he bet wasn't even in the fucking, he wasn't even in. Like, how do you do some shit like that? You online niggas are fucking, you online niggas are stupid, bro. You online niggas are, but then we ain't seen that nigga since. So Red Rider, now I understand you're a Pistons fan. And I do understand you're in my comments. And I never really had any interaction with you. But you Piston fans are crazy. Y'all niggas were talking wild shit all fucking year. And y'all lost like I predicted. Y'all, most of y'all, now, shout out to the few of them, Sam I Am, motherfucking one. Shout out to the 20, bro. Y'all motherfuckers went ghost for 2 months. Y'all be like, it's been a month and a half since y'all niggas got eliminated. Come on, man. No, please. 51 title in 54 years. Guess what? We got 3. Y'all niggas ain't won a playoff series. Y'all won 1 playoff series in 19 years. Fuck out of here. You ain't, bro. Bro, the Knicks have never won 18 years without winning a playoff series or a home playoff game. We've had some bad years, but we ain't never go 18 fucking years without winning a playoff series.
But y'all got 3 championships, right?
Yes, we do. Same as Detroit.
Don't they I was gonna say they only got 3.
Yeah. But to hear them talk, they won like you understand a shorty right now is basically going to law school who was born in the last time. Like if a shorty was born in 2004, she's literally legal to, you know what I'm saying? And she's going to law school. Okay? It's been that long. And y'all motherfuckers that won one since Obama was a senator. Y'all won 1 playoff series. Y'all won what? Okay, y'all did win a couple of home playoff games in the Cavs series, but you lost by a game 7. Man, motherfucker, please. The Sixers have more titles in the last 50 years. They have 1 title in the last 50 years, sir. What are you talking about? The other Sixers title, see, you
I was
don't
about to say,
know. Was Will Chamberlain. That was
Dr. J.
Will Chamberlain was 59 years ago, sir. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm telling you, these niggas are stupid, bro. Like, come on, man. All spicy in my comment. You know what I mean? I'm not dropping the link. If I drop the link, I would fucking cream you on knowledge, bro. Like pause. God, you can't say shit no more. All this freaking sex. I would destroy you on knowledge. I would destroy you on knowledge, bro. Like you're not like stop talking shit. Y'all are bad at talking shit too. And then y'all ass betters. That nigga fucking what's his name? Scott. He first of all, you already know a nigga is shiesty when he got like 7 fucking screen names on every different platform. Like nigga, you got 7 different aliases. I'm King Speech Raw on every platform except for Instagram because I can't figure out how to change it. That's it. And it's my government on Facebook. But other than that, and even then I put the logo out there. So you know it's me. When a motherfucker got 7 different aliases and then don't ain't see this nigga was showing us pictures at his job, videos at his job. I'm like, first of all, nigga, you the night janitor, bro. You acting like you some security. Nigga, you the night janitor. Every time you close the camera, it's because your white boss coming through and you fucking shucking and jiving, nigga. Bro, I'm telling you, you know me, Hawk. I remember everything. I might not wild out right on the minute, but I remember everything. Nigga, you got mad personal. I didn't know you before that night. I finally figured out you the dude you calling 18 Knicks shows. Soon as the Pistons lost, we ain't see your monkey ass. That's some bullshit. Because you could at least show up, be a fucking man and say, you know what? All right, y'all did it. We didn't. I'll see you next year. Your ass disappeared. And thank God you sent that money because you was trying to get Cino to send you the money before the Duke. Man, nigga, like, bro, you can't make the shit up, bro. So he would have had his 500. You would have got your 500 back. If Cino, because good thing Cino didn't bite for favor, but Cino say a lot of dumb shit, but he ain't do that. How you gonna go up? You know, and somebody try to get word to Derek. Yo, no, you trying to show, you was fronting like you had it all and you showing me all your gear and all. That's what I tell you, man. Niggas that pocket watching niggas and niggas that gotta fucking feel like they got applause for other niggas. Like, bro, that's gay, nigga. Like you do that shit with a female, but why are you showing other niggas what you got, bro?
Gotta
Like
stop
that shit.
saying that. Stop saying that. You know them people would get your shit taken.
No, well, you go about. Look, I got 400 followers. I can say what I'm at this point where I don't got nothing to lose, so I can say what I want. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I got
Hey,
you.
shout out to me and Speed Engine. Like, you know what I'm saying? We didn't build a monetization like Dart at the time. You know what I'm saying? So at this, once I get
Yeah.
monetized, I gotta clean it up. But for right now, fuck it. It is what it is, man.
Fuck it. I got you.
But yeah, man. No, you Pistons fans, bro. Y'all again. A lot of I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of niggas in the Midwest, y'all funny style, bro. That's why y'all don't like us East Coast niggas, because we
Man,
a
fuck the
lot
Pistons.
different than y'all.
I fucking hate the Pistons.
Fuck the Pistons, fuck the Bulls. No. What is I fuck with you, but fuck the Bulls, fuck the motherfucking Milwaukee Bucks. Fuck Houston Rockets. Fuck
Fuck
all
that.
you. Fuck, hey,
Fuck the Pistons
fuck,
and fuck the
hey,
Celtics.
fuck the whole state of Texas for what the fuck y'all did to Carmelo Anthony. Oh, that people ain't gonna like that shit. But you
Facts.
know what? Not this live, but I
Facts.
might speak on that because trust me. It's not even a black white thing. It's a father thing. I understand what kids are going through, right? I understand that. Bro, I can't imagine this. I got a son, bro. Before we know it, 10 years, he gonna be in middle school. Then he gonna be in fucking high school 4 years after that. Then understand what these kids are going through, man. Like, trust me. You tell a kid, it's been raining all day, right? I've been having to you get up in and out the car, use my phone, blah, blah, blah. Bro, that's what the brother was probably doing. There's no fucking track meet. It's rained out. You can see in the video, everybody's rocking a poncho or umbrellas is on the field. It's raining. You're telling a kid to get out, and then you surround him and force him. Bruh, that's modern day Willie Lynch shit, bro. Modern day Willie Lynch shit. Because they didn't let none of this logically. Here's my thing. How can it be murder, first degree murder? You have to plan it. You have to be. How can you premeditate a murder to somebody you don't know? Because that's what
And
they
it ain't even just that. Somebody that you didn't even walk up to, they walked up to you.
They walked up to you, but think about it again. But for it to be premeditated murder, he had to leave his house thinking, "Oh, it's going to rain. Somebody's going to confront me about sitting under on a fucking bleacher." See, bro, I don't want to offend the Caucasian delegation, but it's
I
like
don't give a fuck.
so you know, I know so many of them feel, and I'm sure some other Caucasians who are cool feel this way. The need to be police. You're not law enforcement. So here's the thing, right? You're enforcing what? A seat on the fucking bleachers in a rainstorm under a Walmart canopy because it has the Memorial High School logo on it? This is not Fort Knox. This is, bro, we both been in the military, right? You know this the thing
Yeah.
about breaking ranks, right? You don't break ranks. If it's our platoon, if it's our unit, you know what I'm saying? You don't just walk through. That's something we take seriously, as especially in the Marines. I don't know about the Army, but we take serious. You don't break ranks, right?
Right.
Nigga, this is a track meet. There was no team meeting. Like, you're running track. What is he gonna get your running track? There's no meet going on. The kid probably was trying to use his phone, and as we know, when raindrops drop on your screen, your phone goes haywire. So everybody's probably trying to get get their parent to come pick them up. They didn't drive. They were trying to get their parent to come pick them up or whatever. It's a bro. I look at it from the perspective of how the fuck they could have avoided that shit. But now y'all want to jump to what he did. Guess what? He fought back 4 big fucking bullets. And trust me, you can't tell me you know how it is in these environments, these suburban. I know this Frisco is outside of Dallas or whatever, right? But it's not in the metropolis. So okay, hey, you probably seen this kid on the opposite end of the football field. You've seen this kid. You can't, like, you might not have known his name, but you've seen him. And I guarantee you they had an interaction before because I know how they do, bro. I know how the fuck they do, bro. Oh,
Yeah,
look at
of
this.
course.
He's a fucking coon at that, bro. Come on. Yo, Red Rider, kiss my black ass, bro. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't give a fuck. Boy, trust me, I know how they do the pressure. I know how the good old boy networks work in the motherfucking South. Now, I don't know
So
everything. Like
all
I
the
said,
witnesses said that.
yeah, I know this
I'm not
common
gonna lie,
sense.
bro.
I know this common sense. The prosecution built their case off the fact that there was no interaction before that day. So how could it be premeditated murder?
Now
So
watch
you
this.
just said, you basically what they're saying is he left his house ready to stab a cracker. No, he left his house ready to run a fucking race, and it was no race
Now
because
roll
of the
up.
rain.
But even
The
with that,
dog
bro,
swore. Hold up,
why
they swore.
why was
Go ahead.
every no, I'm just trying to figure out why every black juror was taken off that jury, and why the fucking judge mysteriously retired right after that shit. Why is there stories coming out
Bro,
about the judge's wife being tied to the fucking Metcalf family?
good old boy
Why
network,
is
bro.
there why is everybody just fucking disappearing after this? If that's all that it is. It was just open and shut
Yo,
case.
I'm
There
clipping.
wasn't no
Yo, you
fucking
know what?
problem.
Fuck it.
Why is a kid that got jumped who fucking used who actually didn't lunge at the person lunged at them, and the
Yep.
knife went in them, and they end up fucking collapsing from it. Why
Uh-huh.
the fuck is he getting charged and hit with 35 years for that? Why is he getting manslaughter at the fucking most? He
Thank
shouldn't have
you.
got nothing. He should have walked away, because I would have sent the motherfucker to the gulag too. But with that being said, why the fuck is he fucking why is he locked up for that?
Again, look, I ain't no legal expert. I watched Matlock when I was
Oh,
fucking little.
listen, bro. I'm the only person in my family that ain't been to jail, bro.
I
I
hear
don't
you.
want to hear none of that bullshit.
I hear you. But look, I used to love Matlock. Matlock, that nigga lost like 2 cases in the 8th season of that fucking show. But Matlock would defend his clients based on just using common sense, bro. Like he would always, you know what I'm saying? So I know, you have to raise a reasonable doubt. Again, how could it be premeditated murder? Because first degree murder, it has a premeditation. You have to have willfully and deliberately. Again, for him to like, how did he know that motherfuckers would confront him and come out under a canopy over a tent, over a space, over a seat on the bleachers? See, this is the problem. This is the problem. The black coach said Carmelo was wrong. Good old boys, cones. First of
Hey,
all, if hold on.
go
If
ahead,
a
go ahead.
black coach was there, the black coach should have taken over the situation. This is the thing. Students should not put their hand on the students over something as trivial as a. See, this is what I'm saying. Regardless, if you want to sit there and tell me Carmelo should do some time, he is not. He is not guilty of first degree murder. First degree murder involves premeditation. Only thing is he had the. First of all, it's not a knife; it's a cleat sharpener. It never was fully opened. It was never fully opened. So again, it's a tough. Here's the thing. You fucked around and you found out. You put your hand on a kid because you bullied them. You bullied them because you thought you felt the need to. And again, that black coach that knew everything was going on should have had a handle on the situation. And guess what? If the black coach said, you got to get from under this tent, then you're dead fucking wrong. It's raining. People go to wherever shelter they are. This is not Fort Knox. It's a fucking canopy. Okay? It wasn't a setup. It was just you know how you set up a canopy in the motherfucking park? That's what it was for. And you're telling me they said the coach said that he has to go. So now, okay, if the coach said he had to go, why is it student's job? The moment they put their hands on him, they were guilty of bullying. They were guilty of assault. And again, we all know. We saw again for the video. We saw the white hoodie disappear, and we saw four people in all black. Basically, so that means they showed that they surrounded him. They took his phone.
Before you finish, bro, I just got a question. If we all decided to go assault somebody, right? and you end up being unalived from this assault, wouldn't I be guilty of you being unalived? That's the same thing with going to do a robbery, right?
Yep. Yep.
If we decided to go do a robbery and we rob this motherfucker and you end up getting smoked, and would not go to jail because you got smoked. I'm not guilty of your M.
Yep. Yep.
So I want to know why the fuck he went to jail, but not the people that went over there with him and then jumped on. And they all went over there and jumped Carmelo before he got smoked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck ain't everybody that went with him in jail right along with Carmelo?
Because
I mean, if you want a motherfucker to go to jail, that means everybody else should be in jail too, right? Including his brother.
And look, I just banned Red Rider. I just banned it because I'm not with it, bro. I don't like your vibe anyway, bro. And I'm gonna do that. I appreciate niggas watching, but I don't need it like that, bro. I don't. It's like, see, here's my perspective, right? And did I believe Carmelo? First of all, Carmelo was put in a position where he had to react. Because again, I think it's more to it. I really do. I never said a word when this first dropped. I never said a word, and I was just like, bro, you know how it is, right? So this shit happened, and they had to make him out to be the worst individual possible. He didn't belong there. He's a track star. He's one of the captains of his own football team. I don't know if he had A's or B's or whatever, but he was a good student.
I think he was an A-B student.
You see what I'm saying? They made him out to be everything. His parents were separated, divorced, whatever, but his father was deaf short in his life. They try to put every stereotype, and guess what they did? Because I see it. First of all, they suppressed this, but Austin and the twins, Hunter and Austin, or at least Austin, I believe, beat up the father, physically harmed the father. This is documented in the family court, but they weren't able to bring that up. See what I'm saying? This is why I said lynching, because the prosecution, I mean, the defense attorney were not able to bring it up. They suppressed it. And even then, you still could have went a lot of common sense right ways to bring up reasonable doubt. Because again, first of all, if anything, he was only guilty of manslaughter. That's the worst.
But look, though, there is no reasonable doubt. There's no reasonable doubt when you have an all-white jury and you got rid of every black person that was there.
Yep. I mean, it's just go step by step, because there's so many. You know how things look. So many things could have went right, and it went left every single step. Every single step it went left, and the bottom line is it only boils down to me, and I don't know this 100%, but my common sense tells me, and I've been there. I know how when white people want to be the police, how they want to enforce some shit. Because again, if the kid was if you didn't want the kid under your tent, that you left, right? Y'all left and came back. He left and came, and you know what? He came back from the middle part of the bleachers, right? He came back from like the stadium entrance, right? You know how these little mini stadiums go, right? You come inside, you come through the tunnel, then you go up to the bleachers, you go up to your seats. I guarantee you, he was trying to seek shelter under there to probably use his phone, and because that's what a lot of witnesses said. We were all, for all the students who didn't drive, we're trying to call our parents to come pick us up because there is no track meet. Like the track meet was rained out. So a lot of these people swore it was not raining. When you see the video, you see people walking with umbrellas and ponchos, protecting themselves from the rain. So if I'm near to run and I got my phone, I'm taking my phone out my bag, if I'm trying to text my mother or call my mother, the fucking raindrops are going to come on my screen and I'm not going to be able to do what I need to do. So I'm going wherever I can to take shelter. So right off the bat, that was his reason, probably more than likely, for being there. Now, again, telling somebody you have to get out from under this shelter and go take raindrops, that's bullying. And if a parent did that, I mean, if one of the adults did that and didn't take that adult is not guilty of murder, but is not guilty of it, but should be fired because that's a gross negligence of justice. You should not allow kids to police other kids over something trivial as a fucking seat on a bleacher in a public stadium. So am
It's
I?
bad, bro. We just watched a motherfucker blow one of the fucking kids away, getting shot in the back over a fucking water
Yes,
bottle. So
yes,
and he
yes.
gets off with self defense. The motherfucker's getting jumped by 4 people. One of them gets stabbed and he
Oh
dies.
man,
That's not self defense.
I know the modern day lynching. I know what it is.
Come
I
on,
know
bro.
what it is. And
Come on,
you
bro.
know, the more hold on, but bro, the more they say it's not about race, is the more the more it was about race. Let's be real. And once the dad went on
It's
his
always about
tirade,
race.
mind you, you went on your tirade. Why don't you be real? Your kids beat your ass. Your own kids beat your ass. What? Who does that? Who does that? You look at the guy, he's a big guy, but he's probably out of shape. His kids are in their peak of their fucking prime. Linebacker probably trying to play D1 or D2 fucking football, right? All right, you know, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I know one thing I know about. I ain't been to that state, but I know for a fact
I've been there. I was there for
football
years.
football is a religion in Texas. Okay,
Yep.
it's a religion. I've seen the movies and the what's the name where the fucking high school stars are like the biggest motherfucking celebrities in town. Okay,
Yeah.
I understand that. Again, you can't. If Carmelo Anthony was a pretty good defensive back, they knew who the fuck he was. Come on,
Yeah.
man, you knew who the fuck he was. You knew who he was. You
Yeah.
didn't like
Of
him.
course.
You didn't like his face. So come on, man. But see, they whitewash all the facts. Again, it could be premeditated murder for someone you never encountered before. The reason why you bought it because they no one did not and I guarantee you it was reported nobody did nothing about it. Or Carmelo Anthony said, you know what? Because this is what kids go through. That's the point. This is what kids go through. I gotta handle this myself. I'm gonna look like a snitch. I'm gonna look like a punk if I don't handle my own fights. If I go tell an adult.
But
Again,
it's not even
this
that. You
motherfucker.
watched that video though, right?
I saw parts of it. It's really hard to follow, but I did see the
Mm.
part. I did see the
From
part.
what it looked like he tried to get away. He got snatched back in that motherfucker.
Thank you. See what I'm saying? And there you go. And there you fucking go. Because you don't know, bro. I've seen this happen. One of the funniest niggas I went to school with, bro. Like, dude was, and he used to always hang out with older kids who were like the kids. We was in middle school. He used to hang out with these high school cats that were like, they were like the big, bro. One week he was hanging out. I guess because he was always a snapper, right? He always he was slick with the tongue, bro. And this is right before I moved back home, back to New York. I guess he said something one of these cats didn't like, and they stomped him out, and he became a fucking vegetable.
Yeah.
He became a vegetable, brain dead, like damn near brain dead, bro. Like he
Yeah.
was still alive, but and this is what kids can do to other kids. So Red Rider, I don't know if 'cause I banned you, but I don't know if you can still see. You just can't comment in my motherfucking shit, bruh. Don't get you are a fucking coon because you're not even understanding the situation. You're not understanding that other kids can really fucking cause major bodily harm to other
They
kids.
just
They
they
were
just did that
they
to a girl a
thank you.
couple months ago.
Oh yeah, I remember in New York, and then the mother
The little
came on.
girls. The little girls just stomped her out and made her a vegetable.
See what I'm saying? Y'all don't fucking get it. I've been a child. I've been in the South. I've seen the whitewashing. I've seen that. I had a situation where motherfucker threw a baseball at my head and laughed. Now I had an issue with him before. We fought. He lost. All right. No, this happened on the way from PE to the class. So no one reported it, no one snitched. The next time this nigga his friend who weren't supposed to be throwing hardball. That was literally right. So I'm not snitching on it. Oh, throw your hardball. But all of a sudden, across the fucking field, the fucking baseball hit me in the back when I wasn't looking. And he's laughing. So I went over there and I beat his fucking ass. Now, instead of taking his ass whooping, you know what he did? He went home and told mom. Mom came in. My son got beat up. I had to go to in-school suspension. I had to go to in-school suspension the day I had to take the test for fucking, remind you, we were all in the academically gifted part of fucking school. Yeah, bro. I mean, I look, I haven't seen this motherfucker since. I haven't reconnected on the Facebook. I can reconnect with the other students I went through, went to school with. This motherfucker probably, I don't know what he do, whatever. But I know one thing you did, you little gutless motherfucker. And again, right, to sit there and hold this against a 12, because we were all 12, 13 at the time. But what you did though, bro, you didn't take your ass whooping like a man. You knew you hit me. You or your friend, you either told your friend to throw that ball at me, or you didn't, or you did it yourself. And I'm looking at the ball hits me in the back. Y'all playing catch over there. How the fuck the ball hit me cat a corner on this side? I said all of this is fucking principle, bro. A good old boy, Mr. Smith. All of this. First of all, this came from you, Mr. Smith. They're not supposed to be throwing balls, hard balls, and you could throw the rubber ball, whatever. If you playing catch, you cannot play catch with hard ball. That shit hit me. What if that shit hit me in my medulla? That shit hit me in the back. And I look over and the nigga's laughing. And he swore to God it wasn't him. You and him were the one playing catch. Come on, look. That was a small, minor situation. All I got was 1 day of in-school suspension. But I understand how a motherfucker can whitewash facts because he swore to God it wasn't him. He like, right? He didn't. You know what I'm saying? He swore to God, like, bro. Where I was not in their path. If two guys playing catch over here, and I'm over here and it's a triangle. There's no way the ball that y'all playing catch would have hit me directly in the back of my fucking head. You were mad that you took your ass whipping before in front of the whole class. Your pride was hurt, and you felt the need to get me back. So I whooped your ass again, and I caught, mind you. So I understand what kids can go through and how you can get fucking engrossment. Again, was I wrong for beating his ass? Maybe I was. But bro, where I'm from, you're not gonna hit me with no fucking baseball. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna hit me with no fucking hardball. Cause like I said, the shit could have hit the back of my noggin, the shit could hit me in my medulla, could have knocked me the fuck out. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, bro. This is me 30-something years after the fact, understanding what kids go through. It's especially when these are kids these are young adults with minds that are not fully developed, but they have the fucking damn near the development of grown men. The Metcalf twins beat their own fucking flesh and blood dad. They suppressed that shit. Come on, man. Come on, man. Hey, I know Carcino did this. I'm clipping this shit, bro. I don't give a fuck. I went on some TikTok lives. And you gotta respect other people's lives, but I always ask these questions, bro. Y'all y'all admitted that he was bullied. So then right off the bat, because again, you don't understand. Like I'm telling you, things can go left in these schools. Why do you think you have so many school shootings? Why do you think these kids are so fucking emotional when they do what they do? It's and it's even worse.
My shit is people don't act like you can die from getting hit by a motherfucker.
You can.
Bro, like my mom, little brother did 10 for punching a motherfucker. He died.
See? You see what I'm saying? It's not.
I don't understand why motherfuckers don't feel like it's not only that wasn't even a one-on-one. He was getting jumped by 4 people. One of them got stabbed. So what?
Yo, this is why I lost my patience with Red Rider, because you in the comments, bro. If I dropped the link, you wouldn't pull up and have this conversation. You wouldn't, because I could tell. But here's the thing, is you saying he pushed. That's a whitewash explanation of what happened. It was 4 fucking black. All of the Metcalf clique was wearing black. And all of a sudden you couldn't see, because first of all, Carmelo Anthony is only 145 at the time. They 200 and up. They're linebackers. He's a defensive end. First of all, what race were they running? It's just Carmelo is a track star. Carmelo runs track. Now, they could have been having shot put or whatever, hammer throw. I don't know.
Definitely shot put.
Do they do shot put in high school? I mean, I guess they do.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Again, one was there, the other was there. Everybody belonged there. Why did y'all take it upon yourself to push this man up under the tent with his ring? Why did y'all grab his bag and grab his phone and throw it? Come on, man. Bullying 101. And yes, like I said, y'all could have caused much more bodily harm. I don't think the coach would, because they said the coach was there earlier and told him he had to leave. So now, again, first of all, you're wrong. Unless y'all were having a team meeting or whatever, and like you could have done it with it. You could have done it with tact. This is a kid from another school. Okay, guys, we need it. But by the time that the track meet, because these are the facts that should have been brought out in the trial. By the time the track meet is over, there's no more track meet. There's no more dominion. There's no more and again, like I said, it was like this is what I also heard. A person from Memorial High School who knew Carmelo invited Carmelo there. So again, you know what? Maybe they didn't know Carmelo by name. Maybe they never hung out, but they damn sure encountered each other. And you play football. Maybe you tackled him on a special team play. Also, you didn't know him, but you knew of him. And you didn't like him. And you wanted, come on, man. Come on. Now I don't know all of this, but I guarantee you I'm not that far off.
Either
I'm not
way,
that
if
far
there was
off.
an adult there, why is he getting jumped?
Thank you. You. Thank you. Because, like I said, telling that kid he has to get from under the tent, that's number. Come on, man. It's courtesy. It's raining. Everybody scrambles
I mean,
to the nearest
it's
shelter.
foul. You can be a foul motherfucker and tell him he gotta get from under, but that doesn't explain why are you letting him get jumped.
Oh, again, what I'm understanding is maybe he wasn't there. Maybe he was at another, like, confirmed with coaches or whatever. But they said earlier, because that's what I'm hearing now, right? Because more and more shit's coming out.
I
Funny, it
guess.
didn't come out during the trial, but now it's coming out after the trial because the judge had a gag order. You remember, he had a gag order. He had a gag order on the father because he knew that the father would turn the public opinion against him and his son. Once he said what he said, you knew exactly where these motherfuckers were coming from. Because, yeah, he's one of them. I voted for Obama, liberal white motherfuckers, but yet this is what you really feel in your heart for black people. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. Like, trust me, I done been around long enough to know. Long enough to know. And like I said, if everybody wants, like Red Rider, you want to jump to the what happened. I'm trying to get into the why and how shit like this could have been prevented. Because unfortunate, yeah, Austin Metcalf, the Metcalfs are never getting their son back, and Carmelo's gonna have to do time. He's doing time now. Hopefully they fucking exonerate him because yes, that county has one of the highest exoneration rates. So you already know that the legal system is fucked up. They got to go to appellate court in the first place, or they have to bring in more evidence. Like you said, the judge decided to retire, right? This is his last one. Okay. I mean, again,
Yep.
shit gonna come out. Shit gonna come out, but I've always used my common sense. I've always used my common sense in the first place because it just don't. That doesn't make sense. How can it be first degree murder if he didn't know this kid? No, he knew this kid. He knew this
If that
kid.
was the case, bro, it would have to be first degree murder. Like motherfucker got to the track meet. It doesn't have to be leaving his house, but he got to the track meet, saw Austin, walked up on him, and then stabbed him.
Thank you. Because
That's first degree.
yes, that's first degree. That says I know I don't know this kid's name. I just don't like him. I'm going to first because that's what I'm saying. I would have to provoke the confrontation. They provoked it to him. So how the fuck is it first degree murder? Come on, man. Come on, man. It is a modern day lynching, bro. It is a modern day lynching, and like I said, man. I mean, I'm a stand on what I say and feel. Because thank God I've never been in that situation when it comes to bullying or being provoked. But my little baseball story, that was minor, right? Again, I could take a baseball off the bat. But what if that shit would have hit me in my fucking medulla? If it had hit me in the temple or something like that? What if you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. So for you to sit there and say, because he said, I remember him in the meeting. I remember his mama. I didn't scratch the nigga. I just beat his ass. I didn't put no bruises on him. You know what I'm saying? I just beat his ass. He must have been mad about it. That's why he went home and his mother, his mother probably probed him. Oh yeah, this kid, because he had it out for me. It was one of them situations where, and I remember this shit. I remember what started it. He was getting goofed on, and everybody was laughing at him. And I was one of the people that was laughing at him. So he came out his face to me and some shit. And he started the conversation with me the first time coming back from PE. So I'm like, oh, you trying me? Oh, okay. Okay. Everybody laughing at you, but you coming at me. Okay, cool. I beat his ass. He didn't like it. So he kept, you know what I mean? And it's like, bro, look, I ain't gonna hold you. The last physical fight I had was seventh or eighth grade. I think it was seventh grade because I didn't even spend eighth grade down there. Right? No, yeah, I didn't spend eighth grade down there. So seventh grade, that's the last physical fight I had with anybody other than my brother, which, even our fights was just tumble tussles. Bro, it's like, yo, you were mad, your pride was hurt or whatever, and so you took that and you pulled the baseball shit. And then once you pulled the baseball shit, you got your ass beat for it, you went and you basically instead of just copping to it, yeah, I threw the baseball, because you didn't want to get in further trouble. Yeah, I got the ISS, he didn't, because he played victim, even though he was the one that, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I didn't know his friend. His friend was either in another grade or whatever. Now, he wasn't in our grade, because I knew everybody in our grade. I knew everybody. So he was playing with either an older kid or a little bit younger. I don't even remember what grade he was in. Well, yeah, you either got him to throw it or you threw it yourself. Either way. And mind you, your friend ain't have your back. I wouldn't beat your ass and he just watched. Oh, man. Memory lane. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, we got kids, bro, and it's a different world now. There wasn't no social media. There wasn't no 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, there wasn't none of that. And bullying today, and I've talked about this with Zay, bullying today is a different world, man. It's more intense. It's more intense. That's why 98 Columbine happened. I'd never seen a mass school shooting before that. And that's the year after I got out of high school. So it's been crazy since, man. I'm telling you, man. Y'all think this shit
I
is
just told the motherfucker, bro, like, that motherfucker asked me, it was like, so you think, like, if that was your son, you think I'd have been mad if he ain't fucking smoked that motherfucker. Ain't no fucking way you about to be sitting there getting, you 130 pounds and you sitting there getting jumped by these big motherfuckers, and you ain't grab something and take somebody, man, somebody got to go.
Yo, if it was my son, the person whose son it was got his ass beat by the son. If it was my son would have never beat my ass. He'd be out my motherfucking house. He would be out my fucking house. Okay?
That too. But I wasn't even knowing that shit.
Yeah, no, I know.
I mean, apparently he wasn't in their life no more.
But think about it. This is why it's been because they had to suppress all of that. Just like I said, the man was sitting there because he knew if he'd have said what he really wanted to say in the media, he would have, number one, this is it. I see where he get it. I see where these kids get it. This is the father. Oh, you see what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is what you really felt, and that's how you really raise them kids. Them kids will. I can see it I'm sorry. Every picture I see, I can see the arrogance in their eyes, bro. And again, I know they children, right? Hunter is probably, I don't know. He's probably in school. He's probably in college now, right?
Don't matter. When we was in school, we all knew motherfuckers like that.
I know. Trust me, I know. But that's what I'm saying. It's like Carmelo's life is all your brother, because that's the problem, right? You didn't protect your brother. You didn't see. No one sat there and said, no, let's not do this. Really, it's the fucking sea. It's raining. If we want to get this kid, if we want to do this kid, like I said, they was out to it. All of them. It's like they do shit and then they play victim, man. Like, I can't. It's like, that's why I hate them on TikTok. You notice the niggas that always interrupt. Always. Or the ones whining about being interrupted. I'm like, bro, listen, you don't understand. When I'm on TikTok, the more you talk, the more ammo I have to blast you. The more ammo I have to blast you with the stupid shit you just said. So I don't give a, I'm going to get my shit off regardless. Pause. Okay? But go ahead and then play victim. I can, like Inside the Ark did that shit. Interrupted me every fucking time. And I'm like, bro, I pulled up and asked you a question. Like you're not even seeing that you just literally wrote. You just define what's the name is. It's it's purple on possession. Which I don't know. I told you I agree with you. They didn't use the term, but it doesn't change the fact that the way we measure defenses now is by defensive rating. So you can still measure the defensive rating. This is what telling you what literally. But again, like I said, these niggas are like that. But again, we talking about the niggas that play victim and do shit to motherfuckers and then play victim. Can't stand it. And I see that shit the whole fucking way. Because you need,
Always.
again, you know how they are. I'm sorry. It's not every white person is like that. But a lot of white, I swear to God, they feel like the rule. Yeah, but like I said, there's a lot of shit that happened on the train here in New York. Bro, us New Yorkers know, if they ain't harming you, they ain't in your space, two things you can do. You can get off the train or go to another car. But what you don't do in New York, and especially where I grew up, you keep eyes ahead. Back in the days when niggas was bro, nigga, you look at a nigga on the train, yo, he got something on him. Your life could be in it just for a stare. That's the New York I grew up in, bro. Now these
Yeah.
motherfuckers are real comfortable, and you feel the need to, bro. Put your headphones in. And don't. I don't care if the bitch getting her ass beat. More than likely, you done did it before. And if I sit there and intervene, guess what's gonna happen? He might
You
pull up
gonna
some
get
shit with the blicky
get
on me
smoked,
or
and
stab
they
me,
gonna be right back together
and they're gonna be right back together. Trust me. Don't play
every
hero.
time.
Don't play. And a lot of these, like that motherfucker that choked out the dude, the Marine, Daniel Penny that choked out the dude. See, we understand that there's
Yeah.
emotionally disturbed people. Like it go. I tell my wife the same thing, man. Just don't get involved. Don't say nothing. Just go. Just go. Trust me. Even confronting them, you never know what's on these people's mind. You never know what they got. The whole nine. Just you know what? Go to these cars are 8 cars long. I know I work for transit. I know which cars you can ride through. If you can't walk through, the only trains you can't walk through are the D trains and the B trains and the old A trains. Wait till the stop go, get off and walk to the next car. Don't get involved. Get home to your loved ones. Go home to your loved ones. Cause all that shit, trust me, 40 something years, and I don't ride the train much more. No more. I was, going. If I would have went to the parade, I would have had to ride the train because you would not get in the car down in Lower Manhattan. No fucking way. Unless I would have parked in Brooklyn and walked the bridge somehow, and even then, there's nowhere to park. So yeah, man, like that's what it is. And it's just like, yo, when they feel the need to police, this is why you fucked around and found out because you did more than that. You did more than that. You're trying to push a kid out into the fucking rain who's probably trying to use his phone, sit there, minding his business, using his phone to get his ride home. There is no track meet. Why the fuck are y'all sitting there congregating? This is our shelter. No, it ain't, nigga. No, it ain't. Did you pay for it, motherfucker? The school paid for it. And it's a fucking canopy. It's a canopy. It's not a tent. It's not a secure. No, it's just a fucking canopy, basically marking that Memorial High School students have their stuff and belonging. Again, there's other people there. Well, he was stealing. He was going through bags. That's that right there. Oh, because he's black. He was going through bags. You see what I'm saying? It's very believable because he was black. He was going through bags. He's a poor black kid. He got to go through people's bag. What you got in the gym bag? Oh,
Problem
okay.
is, you wasn't nowhere near poor.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's absurd, bro.
Thank you, man. And like I said, man, shout out to Pause, shout out to JB. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, but we over here talking controversial shit, but fuck it. That's what I do. It's my channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do the political shit. And again, I'm just like whether y'all feel where I'm coming from or not. I raise a lot of common sense things because at the end of the day, I want everybody's kid, white, black, Puerto Rican, Mexican, Spanish, brown, Middle Eastern, whatever. I want everybody's kids to get back to their I want everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially knowing kids, I'm telling you, it's intense with kids. They don't understand cognitive reasoning skills. And so therefore, like I said, the first thing they did was try to bully this kid into doing what they wanted to do. And he didn't. And guess
But
what? They
you
fucked
remember
around.
and found
Yeah.
out. But you remember the conversation we had, right?
Uh-huh.
Exactly why the fuck I'm getting my kids the fuck up out of here.
I know. Oh yeah, yeah. I feel you. I
Because
feel you.
it's
That's the
only
other
here,
thing too.
bro.
I told you.
It's always here.
My son is already learning. He's learning 3 languages. I speak to him.
Yeah,
I speak to him in Portuguese half the time, right? And it's just like, yeah, man. If this shit get too hot, I'm not having my son grow up in this bullshit, bro. I'm not. I'm not. And
yeah,
that's the deal. That's where I come from. I come from as a father. I come from as a person who had motherfuckers that would play that little KKK shit back in the '80s, right? They wanted,
yeah.
KKK was bad, but oh yeah, yeah, boy. Blah,
That's
blah,
it.
blah. My grandmother came on in and put the fear guard in them. Fuck, I shout out to
Hey,
my
bro,
grandmother, man. I
what
miss
what year what year was your dad born?
63.
My dad was born in 45, bro. I
Wow.
done heard every fucking story you could think of. I
And my
remember
grandmother was
like
born in
certain parts of
40.
the
Yeah.
city, my dad used to tell me like he couldn't walk down there, fucking school bus or ride by, all the white kids would throw shit at him, try to spit
You
on him,
know
all
what I
that.
mean?
Man, I'm
You know
not
what I
going with
mean?
none of this shit, bro.
You know what I mean? That's why I say, bro, they don't seem to
Sure.
understand. They think we don't get over it, but we got parents and grandparents that grew up in
It's,
this
it's,
shit.
it's
So they
called generational trauma, man.
Yeah, yes, yes, yes. So y'all think we stuck on it. Trust me, we not stuck on it. Y'all stuck on it. Y'all want the more y'all said it wasn't about race, the more it was about race. Because again, y'all had to come up with every stereotype about this kid, man. Y'all had to, again, and I'm not saying this kid did the smart thing or whatever, but he stood his ground because again, you at the point where you're again, I guarantee you that's more than likely. I'm not guarantee, but there was a very likely chance that this man was trying to get in touch with his parent or whatever, whoever was coming to pick him up. And you have to do that with the phone. If it's raining, raindrops, even if it was drizzling, it was raining enough for people who had umbrellas. So it was raining. Because y'all lied and said it wasn't raining when the shit went down. And you see people walking across the field with umbrellas. That's why they didn't have, that's why they weren't running because it was raining. Now I get it stopped raining because that's what happens. Sometimes it stops raining. It's been raining fucking since what, 5 o'clock. And every time I get out my fucking car, drop, 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 drop. How can I use my phone like that? I gotta come back in my car to use my phone. Come on, man. So that, like, why are you here? I'm trying to fucking use my phone. I'm trying to get out of the rain. It was like what, 2 or 3 tenths? So you know what I'm saying? Like, oh god. But here we go. Here we go.
I don't know.
Yeah. Red Rider, in addition to be a dumbass, you a dumbass. And you know what's funny why I
A
came on
fucking
it?
coon. That's
Hold on,
all.
yeah.
It's a fucking
You
coon,
know,
bro.
but you know why? Because it's like for motherfuckers, it was room for the Spurs, and I know they closer. Frisco is closer to Dallas, but fuck Texas. Okay, fuck the state of Texas for allowing shit and they bullshit ass rules and goddamn old Western justice fucking legal system. Because
Yeah.
again, like I said, they were able to suppress every. And I get not having. You didn't want it to turn into a circus, but you suppressed a lot of fucking evidence. You told it. And again, I get gag order, but that was the thing. You gag ordered the fucking dad because you knew if the dad had
Yeah.
free reign to talk, he would have turned everybody against his son because they would have
But
realized, oh, this the motherfucker that raised him. Oh, okay, I got it.
but again, even with that being said, it wouldn't have mattered. Cause my problem is you remember when Boosie was on trial for his murder, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, vaguely,
You
but
know
yeah, I
you
did.
know how he beat that?
How?
He hired a specialist who went through the jury and made sure that there weren't somebody with preconceived notions in that jury, right?
Yeah.
You can hire people that are licensed to do that. Why? Number one, they didn't do that with Carmelo's trial. Number two, why is it that you only got rid of black jurors?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is
Look,
what I'm saying. It
I,
didn't matter whether they put a gag order on the father or not. The people that they wanted on the jury were on the jury, so it was gonna happen regardless.
yep, 11 adult, 11 white adults, and one Asian woman. That's what I heard, right? And they're all in their
Yeah,
40s and 50s,
and
right?
we
So
just watched. We
nobody
know
that's
how Asians
young,
are.
no
You know how
educated.
Asians
They
are.
said no educators, right? Educators
Yeah,
would have understood how you mediate disputes between children. and therefore they would have
Yeah.
been. See, again, you stacking the deck. You putting white parents who had to mind you. Y'all did the media blitz. Whoever it was did the media blitz to make sure Carmelo Anthony was portrayed this way, and made sure that the Metcalf twins were again. They're linebackers, right? They got a certain amount of violence to them, right? But that's the thing. You can't. No. They beat up the father, all that shit, right?
I say they
Oh,
got a history of violence, not even just with the father.
yep. What I'm saying, man. Like that's what we're facing. That's exactly what we're facing, and it's a shame. It really is. So again, I mean, like I said, I just want to get down to the truth. I want to get down to when I talk about that case, how did it get so far left? Who's to blame, and how do we stop things like this from happening again? Because yeah, man, you've seen all of the school shootings. You've seen all these kids get really because you know what it is. I remember this when you're in high school. You think you don't understand, and in 4 or 5 years, this shit ain't gonna mean nothing. Like, when you're in school, that's
Not
all
at
you
all.
have. Yeah, in four or
Right.
5 years, the nigga that was the captain of the football, that shit ain't gonna mean nothing. All you gonna have is memories, and yeah, you can bond with the people you went to high school, but you gonna get into real life, and none of this shit gonna mean nothing. But kids don't understand that yet. They don't understand once you get to paying your own bills and making your own decisions. Like you either gonna have a good life or you gonna have a struggle life. But guess what? The shit you went through in high school is just prepare you for the social. It was preparing you to socialize. Mostly what it is, giving you the book knowledge and all that, but it's also giving you social skills, right? And a lot of these kids didn't understand that. They don't understand that. That's why it's just like if you could tell your kids, listen, just get through these years. Trust me, these people ain't gonna mean nothing to you. Maybe some of the friends you really fuck with, because I still fuck with some people in my high school, right? I still, but you barely gonna see these people ever again. You gonna get to your pocket, the corner of life, and just do what you gotta do. But at the time, if they don't understand it because they whole life is the people that they encounter. A lot of times they go with these kids for 12, 13 straight years, right? From kindergarten all the way to high
Right.
school. They do the same group. A few people interact with, but if you live in the same town, yeah, you probably gonna see these same motherfuckers every single year. And you gonna know what I mean? But
More often than
yeah,
not.
man.
I
So
don't know,
yeah,
man. I just don't see it, man. Shit, like
but
like
but I
the
said I said
the
all it
problem in
is. I
Texas
said all it is
is
because we were talking about the Rockets and I'm like, fuck
right,
Texas, right?
right. But look, before we get out this subject, the whole problem is the southern states that had a stand your ground law. It's only a stand your ground state if it's black on black or it's white on black. If it's black on white, it ain't gonna work.
Yep. Exactly. Because what they're gonna do is they're gonna character assassinate you and make you look like you the crazy one when you were the one
Yeah,
that was attacked. And again, they're
like you
gonna
instigated
whitewash it.
everything.
Yeah. Again,
Yeah,
the videos coming out after. Because again, okay, I get the
yeah.
judge
So
not
because
wanting
why
to
the
see,
fuck that video ain't come out until after he was found guilty?
and I'm hearing that they didn't even have a good video feed at trial.
Mm-mm.
They didn't have a good review of the video at trial. So you got people judging this kid, a bunch of adults judging this kid who didn't even see what happened. Come on, man.
Where are the
And again,
kids' cameras
oh,
at?
that was the camera phones. Now I get it was raining. Maybe people didn't have their camera out.
Nah,
Anybody got a video from their camera?
nah,
Come on, man. Come on.
hell no.
You get the one video you see was taken away from the opposite bleacher perspective, the other across the field.
Hey,
Come on,
bro.
man.
How many times you have seen videos of kids getting beat up in school in the locker room and random fucking spots
All
where
through my
motherfuckers
Twitter
doing
feed.
you wouldn't even think a motherfucker had a phone.
All through my Twitter feed. And I see these girls get nasty. I see the guys get,
So
man, come on, man.
yes, I want you to tell me how the fuck ain't nobody had a phone out.
Nobody. Because there were people under the tent who could have had their
This
phone out,
this
right?
this like fucking when Brown got dunked on by the kid in high school. Ain't nobody have no fucking video
See,
footage no more
yeah, I
because
knew something
Nike
was fishy.
confiscated.
You know, the guys that the Austin Metcalf stands, the ones that are worse, it wasn't
Yeah.
even raining. Okay, so it wasn't raining. So if it was dry, then everybody has a fucking phone. Why don't we have no video camera footage? You see
Right.
that it was a lot of people underneath the canopy. You saw there was a lot of
I
people
mean,
underneath the tent. So how was it
it's real
possible?
simple to just look up the weather.
Thank you. Thank you. So
But
it was a whole systematic lynching. And that's how they do. They can't take us to the tree no more. So what they gotta do, they gotta stack the legal proceedings. They gotta
gotta
stack the
say
legal
that they've been
proceedings
doing that shit for
and trump up the charges. Because
yeah.
again,
Every time.
at best, he's guilty of manslaughter. But the more we talk about it, he's
That's
innocent
it.
of self-defense. He's
I
innocent
was
because
gonna say, but they was like, hey, he lunged at him. Even if he lunged at him, motherfucker, they was jumping him. I don't give a fuck if he lunged at him.
thank you.
That's self defense,
That's
bro.
what it is.
I don't give a
We're
fuck.
supposed, bro. You know how it is. We're supposed to be docile, even in the face of
Yeah.
imminent threat and danger. See what I'm saying? We're supposed to
Well,
be
what that
docile.
motherfucker said, I'd rather be judged by 12, bro. Because
Yep.
motherfucker Austin in the ground. And that's where he gonna
Yep.
stay. His brother should
Well,
be there too. And I'm like, are you talking about a kid? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
yep.
Because
Yep.
if that
Because
motherfucker hadn't did that shit, he'll be in the ground.
notice, no one ever takes the perspective of Carmelo Anthony being a kid who was afraid.
Never.
Oh no, he's
And
a
he's
thug.
130 pounds, bro.
Come on, man.
He's
Come
not,
on, man.
bro. I haven't been 130 pounds since like ninth grade.
Bro, yeah, I can't even remember. I was 166 senior year.
Exactly.
166.
I was 168, and I was 5'6". He's tall.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken, he's taller than that. I think I want to say he was like 5'7", 5'8". I didn't fucking. I grew a couple more inches right before I turned 25. I was
Wow.
5'6" when I graduated. I was 168. So you know how small the motherfucker is at 130.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know.
I think he's like 5'6", 5'7", 130. Or he's tiny.
And you got 2'6", you got twin 6'1", 220. Come on, man. Come on. All of that, because that's what I'm saying. And I love it. It's like you power. See, they love to smack, they love to take the attack and then pull their hand back. That's how they do. They
Yeah,
attack
every
and pull
time.
their hand back. It's the passive. This is why I can't, bro. The one thing I hate about LeBron is the passive aggressiveness. LeBron, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's like LeBron will fuck niggas up, but then
But just stand on that shit.
throw a stone and hide your hand, bro. I'm telling you, man.
I
I can't
shit with
take niggas.
Dylan Brooks. You see how he be attacking Dylan Brooks and then act like he ain't did shit?
Yes. Yes. To throw a
And then
stone, hide
everybody
your
in the
hand.
fucking media be acting like Dylan Brooks is the worst motherfucker ever. Like, y'all ain't just see fucking LeBron throw his whole body into this motherfucker?
This is why I got beef. I never had nothing with Pistons fans, but Carcino and all of them. I'm like, bro, y'all make Beef Stew is a tough guy. Yo, LeBron had a nigga leaking. He's never got a receipt.
Wait. Whoa. Let my guy rock, because he be with the shit.
Hold on, but no,
He
here's the thing, bro. No.
be with the
I'm gonna
shit.
tell you. No. Listen. Don't get fooled. Yes, he chased LeBron around, but he never laid hands on him, man. That man had him leaking like a fucking boxing fight. And you see, here's my thing, right? No, because they make out like Steve Beef Stew is the main enforcer in the league, but that man put hands on you. This way in. Remember what I was talking about DJ Envy and asking Jose Alvarado. Like, bro,
Yeah.
Jose Alvarado tackled Wemby next game, bro. What are you talking about? But he didn't say that because he would have been snitching on himself. Like, he don't need to pay that fine. Oh, yeah. No, he didn't need, because the NBA will do some shit. Go back and look. Oh, yeah, he did do that. Let's get him a fine. Nah, Alvarado need his money, bro. How long you think this nigga gonna be in the NBA? So it's like, yeah, but if you want to get a receipt, you didn't have to do it overtly. A good, well-placed elbow in the back. He's never laid a finger on LeBron since.
I keep it funky. No, you're right. You're right. But I keep it funky with you. If I was him, I don't know if I'm fucking doing it. because your ass gonna be out the
No,
league.
but no. But there's ways you can do it in the course of the. You see what Alvarado did? He made it look like, okay, I'm fighting with this nigga for position.
Yeah.
He threw me down, and guess what? I got back up. I picked this nigga up by his giraffe leg, and then I tackled him to the ground. And I
Look
got
though,
called
no, you're
for it.
absolutely right.
That's
But
what I
look, but
mean.
Wemby, we with the shits though, because Wemby gonna get his ass back too.
No,
Wemby
I
with the
get it,
shits.
but let's bring it
Bron
back
is
to
gonna be
these
at the
shoes.
press conference and bringing all that shit up,
Good, but he's gonna look like
and
a
then they
bitch
gonna
doing
look
it.
back at that shit.
But
Yeah,
but I'm saying
that's
he's gonna
fine.
look like a
But he's
bitch.
looking at he's look like a bitch
wait.
doing a whole bunch of shit, but he still do it.
But think about this. This is the same nigga that got 6 games over that shit happening with what's his name this year. You see what I'm saying? So you riding for other niggas. You roll for Jalen Duren against the Hornets, but you ain't never get a receipt for your own shit. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
When you look like you just enforce a thug, nigga, you better get a receipt on LeBron before I
like I
respect
said,
that. Because I'm the nigga.
I understand.
Yeah, I'm a direct. I don't do passive aggressive. Like I said, niggas, I got to people. I might let it go for a minute, but I told you, Hawk, I don't forget shit. I don't forget air slight. And
Nah, me either.
yeah, so I'll bring it up at the right optimal time, but I will get my shit off, bro. All right, man. Let me get up out of here because I got 1% on the phone and I'm going in the crib.
All right,
We're gonna stop it up, man. Peace out. Peace, guys.
all right, bro.